tonight.
Oh wait, did you eat all the
as
food?
we get the
No, there's
Anthony
nuggets
goodness.
left.
So what's been going on with the party? Well, they are on a quest to stop an arcane storm which has been raging over the Anarok Desert in the Sword Coast. In order to stop that storm, which has been Ray's quest for, well, her entire kind of adventure, and 2 parties now that she's gone through,
She's gone.
You are the common thread here.
It's true. I mean, also, I was technically only sent to investigate the storm. If I stop it, I'm going above and beyond.
Promotion.
That's right. That's right.
You get the scratch and sniff sticker on
That's
your report
I
card.
better with a little 100% with the 2 zeros being the smiley face. Yep.
Why is it not?
And so they are trying to stop the storm, and they found themselves gathered together in the confluence of elemental planes. It's a place within the elemental sphere of existence where all of the different 4 main types of elements, earth, water, wind, and fire, all kind of, well, come together, and they were under attack from the elemental plane of shadow demons, as well as things going on within the Shadow Fell that were influencing the city of Brass and what was going on there. They set off to try to find a mote of shadow, which they acquired in the Shadow Fell from the Raven Queen. Cacophony, our cleric/warlock, became the high priestess of the Raven Queen in the process,
Yep.
and acquired a
Going above and beyond.
above and beyond, acquired a skeletal hand, which allows her to harvest memories, and she has been learning how to use that recently. And the party ultimately unsealed several of the gates that prevented the elemental plane of water from interacting with the confluence planes. 2 of those 3 were released. In the process of releasing the second of the 3, the party got sucked through a vortex and into the Feywild, where they are now trying to exit to get back to the confluence of elemental planes, to stop the Shadow Scourge, and hopefully be able to find their way to the Anarok Desert to stop the storm. This is the progression of things. They have
Hopefully.
been told,
A lot of hope.
they have been told that if they were to find the missing archfey known as Zybilna, that they would gain the favor
We're good.
gain the favor required with the Court of Stars, which is overseen by Titania, the matron of the Court of Summer, who also happens to be the ranking archfey in the Court of Stars, which is the ruling court over all of the different courts in the Feywild, to be sent back to the city of Brass to be able to address the Shadow assault. So they have found their way to, well, the thread that they've been pulling to find Zybilna. They went to the Witchlight Carnival, and they met with Mr. Witch and Mr. Light, and ultimately found their way to the Hall of Illusions, where they gathered all of the collective pieces to the multi-chromatic, well, stained glass gateway that would take them to Zybilna, or at least that's what they were told. The party gathered together after having gathered all of the pieces, including a new companion saddle,
Surprise.
a Warforged, who they happened to save from potential, if not certain death, with a nightmare dragon.
Oh yeah.
Meanwhile, Knick-Knack was left behind with the, wherever he was, in the odd overlap of planes with the Feywild and some of the Eberron planes. Though those wraiths were severely damaged by Antony's magic before he exited, and they have entered through the stained glass gate. Antony went first, followed by
I think me.
Ray and Winky, the owlbear.
No, Winky's with Saddle.
I think
it was me then.
you
It
kind
doesn't
of all
matter,
went
we're all
through.
We're all through.
Who gives
I don't think he actually said I had gone through, so good luck, guys.
And ultimately, the party did feel as you go through the portal. So here we are now up to speed, and we will begin our session for the evening. The party, you all feel a surge of energy wash through your being as you cross through the threshold of the stained glass portal. You are immediately met with a flood of color, spectrum of color that you didn't even know existed, as if your eyes could see in ultraviolet and all manners of color. It is beautiful and overwhelming all at once. The light is not blinding in its brightness, but it is imposing, and it is something that you can't help but keep your eyes open as you go through, as the beauty of it and the intensity of it strikes you. You have no sense of place as you go through the portal. It's as if you're kind of just walking forward, but you don't even feel anything beneath your feet. You almost make the motion of walking without really feeling like you're actually engaging in locomotion. You see no sign of your friends around you either. There is just color as you go through. And Antony, you, as you go through, the first thing you see within this space, you see floating around you, like just kind of in the distance, not too far, maybe 10, 15 feet, but in a weird wobbly orbit, you see a cross with kind of a circular top, kind of like an ankh, which you immediately put together. That was what you saw Cacophony holding, that she thought was a piece of the stained glass. And you look out and you see as well a snow globe. Oh, with a little town inside. That is what Hashin brought back. And you see a whistle that is carved out of wood. Oh, no one else was holding that. That's interesting. But then you recall, no, Ray said that's what I brought back. And so now you see it. And you see a locket that is opened with the picture of a woman that looks like Celine, except maybe more mature and more refined in her look.
Unnecessary. Continue.
Just honestly better looking,
Just
but
better
a lot
all
like
around.
Celine, but better.
Less traumatized, gets 8 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
Probably has a steady paying job and a 401k, but
And not an
Refined in
addiction
the sense of her
problem, you know?
attire.
yeah.
She's
Just because
not
I'm a
wearing
drug addict? Jeez.
not wearing battle armor and doesn't have a twitch.
It's a
and-
moving picture.
I turn around and go back.
Yeah, right? And you also see a dragon egg, which is floating around as well. In fact, each of you, as you go through and experience this, see those same 5 floating objects about you. And as you move forward, you begin to hear different things. Manny, you begin to hear a shouting match going on between voices you recognize. Members of your former, yes, Ordo Lux. And it is
we
in
didn't know
fact
this.
your specific chapter within Ordo Lux. And it seems to be your commander as well as the individual that you confronted, yelling at each other. And you can roll perception if you care to in terms of what is being
Don't.
said.
Just don't care to.
I care.
Not important.
That's gonna be good.
Yay.
Okay, so 27.
27. All right,
Needed a
mark
40.
down a success on your feats. And you hear your commander, who is a gruff dragonborn, a golden dragonborn, kind of yelling angrily. Why did you take this action without coming to me first? Very demonstrative and kind of enunciating each of the words. And you hear the response, defensive but deferential. We had no choice, sir. We had to do it. It had to be done. He was a traitor. And they kind of go on. And you kind of, as you go through, almost roll your eyes because you know that this frame job is just being further perpetrated.
Yep.
But with your 27, you also can give me your natural passive insight, please.
6. Oh, wait, I'm
Oh.
sorry.
Okay,
I'm
you
really dumb. No, it's passive insight is 18.
You don't
as
pick
I
up
thought
on
it was
anything.
high. You get the sense from your old leader, the Dragonborn, that he doesn't trust him, and he is kind of going on a bit of an inquisition, as you watchers would do with any sense of corruption anywhere. Hashin, you hear voices as well. These are members of your Anarok clan.
Ooh.
Traitors.
There's a theme
D,
here.
D,
yeah.
Traders.
Traders.
That would typically traverse the trading way, as you would go and kind of dungeon dive, find artifacts, and then trade them. You can roll perception if you care to.
That's not going to be good.
Sorry.
11.
11. You can't make out all the voices. In fact, there's only one that you can. A tabaxi. Which you recall was an off-island tabaxi. Kind of sandy-skinned with brown spots, and you hear a fervency and almost urgency and fear in his voice. This one must keep going. This one must not stop. They are coming. Quickly, quickly, quickly. Oh no! Look to these guys! Look to these guys! The voice cuts out.
That's not good.
Ray, you hear voices you recognize. Roll perception.
14.
Two in particular stand above the rest. It is a melancholy song being sung. There seem to be a number of voices that are brought to bear. But as the song concludes, happy birthday to you, you notice your mother's voice. She would be 17 today.
What? What? What?
When did we start this? How old were you?
13?
Holy crap!
Oh my gosh. Notes say Ray is 17.
Wow.
Your father responds, I don't know if she made it. The storms destroyed so much. Even our village. We must keep moving.
No. She could drive?
She didn't
Ray?
get the permit.
Could get her permit?
She almost can buy tobacco.
Oh my gosh. Aww.
Cacophony.
4 years.
You hear a singular voice.
Oh my god.
You don't need to roll perception.
Okay.
Wow.
It is the Raven Queen. Press on, my child. You are the hope. You must persevere and set things right. You must push back against Shah, as the voice cuts out. Oh boy.
Not good.
Anthony, Roll perception.
Come on. Add your modifier.
I was gonna say, don't you get?
12.
Good God.
Wait, do we get plus 10?
No, that's for
Okay.
saves. This is ability.
Good thought.
And you don't know if you're within 10 feet of a paladin.
That's true.
But does the paladin need to know that? Or is it like just the aura?
Celine's blindly casting guidance. I'm walking.
This is a voice you recognize only vis-a-vis singular encounter. No, that's not true. No, you recognize this voice clearly. And it is speaking to you as well. Ah. The protector of the glasses? What did you call these things that I wear now? They make me look so nice. I can see you. And I want you to know that you will not succeed. As Marishka kind of teases you. Where are you going through there? That is very interesting. I shall have to report back to L'Oreal.
Who?
L'Oreal.
The hair goddess.
Yep.
Poor god. I don't know.
The void
Because
is
L'Oreal.
consuming all. You are failing. And the laugh is kind of what you are left with. As each of you hear these various things, finally Celine, please roll a perception check.
I don't know if I want to score. Wouldn't it be funny if you rolled so badly that you couldn't hear what she was saying to you?
No more taunts.
Yeah, 15.
15. You hear another conversation of a voice you only recently learned. This is the voice of Bethel. He speaks with confidence and strength, but with an underlying tone of humility as you hear the words that come forth. Forgive me. I thought there was no other way. I was deceived. But I don't even blame Zariel. There's so few left to push back against Shah and her minions. What can I do? You hear the voice that came to you as you prayed. There is still hope. Light still shines.
He's never said Halo.
That was really impressive.
What?
That was really impressive.
That? Oh, that's because I used to dip in college.
What's wrong with you, freak?
That's what happens when you play baseball.
My goodness.
You can do that when you turn 18. Or is it 21?
I think it's 21. Who cares?
Molly, do you know what they're talking?
I don't. I have no idea. Oh, like totally, we could do that. We were good kids. Really loose wrists for baseball? I don't know.
It was these two fingers hidden.
The voices all fade. And as the voices cut out, the colors subside as well. And you each find yourselves standing next to one another. You... see if I can do this. Hello. You find yourself standing at the foot of a small bridge over...
Troubled water.
Indeed. It does look troubled.
Can it lay me down though?
No, you lay you down.
Yeah.
There is a mist all about you, and a mist that emanates from the waters itself, a greenish silver hue. There seems to be a pathway through the mist, and yet the mist doesn't feel merely like precipitation. It feels alive. It feels as if it's calling out. You hear the trickle of water, but as you look down to the water, it doesn't look like liquid water, though it sounds like it. It looks like
Pudding.
a gaseous, a mix of gas and water, both kind of flowing together. Of vapor and mist mixed with the liquid. And you look about, and there is a verdant green within the foliage about you, but it is obscured. It is covered in mist. And you all feel a kind of a shiver go through you as the mist begins to kind of touch you and almost like caress your face, seek to draw you into it. As I said, it almost feels like it has a mind of its own, a life of its own. You all become aware of your compatriots around you. You've all seen what you've seen, you've heard what you heard, and you hear Saddle speak up. Where in the nine hells are we?
I have no idea.
Why did I hear Sheriff and Six talking?
Did any of us hear the other people's stuff?
You did
Okay.
not.
I didn't hear that.
My parents were singing me happy birthday, and I was 17.
I've known you for about, 4 months.
I'm only 13, and they were singing happy birthday like I died. I'm not dead!
Yo! What? Whoa, time is weird here.
And they said that the storm took over everything, and it was like, remember when we got stung by those nightmare dragons? It was like that, only 1,000 times worse!
That was bad.
1,000 times worse!
Wow.
It was so real!
I'm
Ray.
sorry.
I heard a god saying that there's still hope and light still shines.
But
I
my
don't think
parents
it's
don't
on
know
us.
that!
That's what we're doing to fix this now so that we can save them. They're still alive, and you are questionably 13 to 17, so you'll be fine.
Although your parents might be on the right track, because I heard somebody, her name is Marishka, I think we encountered her as a group.
You encountered her through the lens. Ray definitely encountered her, and then you all fought Marishka in the Cathedral of Twilight in the
Marishka.
Shadowfell.
She gave us that quest and then screwed us, remember?
That was that was the summer campaign.
That was the campaign where we made her a lot stronger.
Wasn't Marishka the one who told us to go? We were getting oh, yeah, you're right. Okay. Well,
The freaking fake diamond.
Okay. She said that she's reaching out to her evil guy.
Ugh,
person.
L'Oreal.
L'Oreal.
Ugh.
So
I'm gonna kill them.
What is going
I
on?
was thinking about going back to where I came from because this is
I didn't hear
a
any
little
of that.
overwhelming.
I would not be too quick to trust what we heard, because we know that I was in the Feywild for a long time, and I heard a conversation that
4
would have
years
happened-
worth?
Who knows? But longer than... I heard a conversation that would have happened immediately or very soon after I had entered the Feywild. So time is not... It's not like now is the time. It's... I wouldn't trust the what we heard too quickly.
Fair. What did yours say there, Saddle?
Well, Sheriff, who was a cleric, and I saw his cross rotating around me. That was strange, along with them other things y'all brought back. Was talking to Six and saying how he was gone, but he couldn't move on. He was stuck in some sort of, I don't know.
Limbo?
Didn't say that, but you mean like the plane?
Yeah, dead people aren't passing through, so if that one's true, that means all of them are true.
doesn't necessarily mean it's.
It does!
No, we're all or nothing here. Yeah. Black and white, that's it. No gray.
Gray's a lie.
But
Aren't you
they,
gray?
Color.
they's been dead since y'all blew them
Way
up.
to bring it up.
So, but I don't know. It seems like that was an accident.
Allegedly.
No, you killed them.
No, the volcano did.
Well, I don't
place
hold it
blame.
against you. It was we talked about it, and I guess you was just unsealing the seal, and they was just casualties of war.
That's the spirit. Keep it moving.
As he says, casualties of war. Winky
Yeah.
just kind of looks at you, Anthony,
Yeah, we still haven't talked
to
about
see
that.
to see how you respond to that. Eyebrow raised.
I kick a stone and put my hands in my pocket.
Though.
Whistle. Oh, look at the colors, huh? Okay, so we all heard some weird crap that may or may not be true. Odds are it is. And we've been here for 4 years.
It could be like a prophecy,
Giants and prophecies? Who's ever heard the thing?
or like the ghost of Christmas future or something.
Oh, yeah, and past and present all at one. I like it.
Well, we all heard something different.
Come in and know me better.
Assuming
man.
for a reason, maybe we should find out.
What did you hear, Birdie?
Is that a slur
So-
for a Kenku? Have we thought about that?
Probably is.
Yeah, right?
I would take it that way.
Yeah.
Um,
Slap him across the face.
Allegedly.
well, being the high priestess of the Raven Queen,
Oh, snap.
I heard her voice, and it wasn't very hopeful. It sounds like Shar is taking over the Shadowfell. So,
That's
There's that.
problematic.
You know who that is?
Shar,
Yeah.
she's like a goddess of darkness.
You're good.
That's
you
pretty
got-
accurate.
I,
yeah.
I mean, you're not typically from this plane. You're from a different one, so I didn't know if maybe you knew who that was.
Well, being in the confluence,
Mm.
we ran across all types who they bought our drakes, our little wyverns that y'all killed.
Allegedly.
Volcano.
Anyway, I learned a few things about them gods. Didn't do Sheriff much good. He's God.
Who is Sheriff's God?
Sheriff was all about justice. He had something with some tear fella
Mm.
Oh.
and right hand and all. But I guess he didn't get his justice in the end.
Maybe you're here with us to help find that.
Correct. Don't look so linear.
We might have gotten dismal news, but I did hear that there is still hope and light still shines.
Oh, that's good, because mine sounded terrible.
Yeah, so let's keep our eyes on that light and do what we can to bring the justice for those who we've lost.
And let's try to figure out where we are as we move forward quietly, swiftly, and intelligently.
Are the death wards that I cast on, I think it was Cacophony and Hashim, wasn't it? Technically
We-
speaking.
Going through the portal counted as
How does the spell work in terms of its duration?
It's 8 hours.
Then they are still active.
Ooh.
Free spell slots.
Death ward, death ward, death ward, death ward. Alright,
Right.
good to know.
I'll take lead forward. Let's be quiet. Is that okay?
I am not very good at being quiet.
I'm not either.
I know, so maybe give me like 10 feet.
and we probably shouldn't touch this water.
I don't
river
know what that
thing.
is, but yeah, it's probably a good idea.
Ray will cast water walking on everyone.
Okay. You clutch hold of the tear and you expend your daily use of water walking Are you including
I can do
Winky
10
and
people.
Saddle?
Yep.
Okay.
And it's any liquid.
Yes, it is.
So in
Although-
case you fall on the gas.
Although
Can
heat,
we walk up?
the heat, the
Will we
mist
go-
does not count.
Darn.
But the heat of
We can fly.
lava would still affect you, should you encounter lava over the next 24 hours.
Okay.
Just won't sink.
It's
Oh,
an
weird.
odd specific thing
Yeah,
to.
okay.
How would acid?
Oh yeah, that's a good
speaking
question.
of it, how would-
Acid would still damage you.
No. Oh, I was gonna
Although
say we
you
could walk
could-
on acid.
You could
though.
hypothetically walk upon it.
But our-
Yep.
the souls of our
Because you're
people
still you're still technically touching it.
Right.
You're just not sinking into it.
Gotcha.
So
But in case we get pushed into the river, we're covered.
Fair.
They're trying to draft us, and we're just like.
All right. I would like to. This little bridge looks like it has these pillars on the other end of it.
Yep.
I would like to kind of walk over it, take a gander. Maybe we can get an idea based off of what it's depicting where we are.
okay, so you look across the footbridge, and you do see some pillars that are there, as well as almost a cobblestone path that seems to go alongside of the little stream that you hear and see, though it has a bit of a strange kind of ethereal quality to it. You can kind of see the mist that rises up from it.
As he passes me to scout, I will touch his shoulder and give him guidance.
Okay, you are guided, Hasheen. So you move forward. Please roll a stealth check.
All right. Am I within 10 feet of Manny?
You start within 10 feet, but
specifically
this is
said that you were.
this is for stealth. It's not an
Crit.
ability, so
Woo!
you're
Nice.
pretty sneaky.
Nice.
You know, bitty sneaky.
Better than sneaky sound.
And you move forward. I need you to roll a perception check.
And I get to add a D4 because she guidance to me.
If you care to, yep.
Yeah.
You have 1 minute to use that, so
Okay. Perception?
perception.
26.
Okay, there's a couple things you notice. Through the mist, you note a large tower on the other side of the stream, maybe about 50 feet from you. That was previously obscured by the mist. It is not on the map. It is just off of the map, though it will be on the map should you proceed northward. And you think you saw movement within that.
Okay.
You also look at the carving of the pillar on the edge of this bridge, and it has a odd, almost depiction of a face, almost like the top of a totem, like a totem pole. It looks to be almost like a... This rock, by the way, the bridge itself looks very, very old. This rock, these totems, they look like they were recently carved out of very old rock, and they were reconstituted into these totem faces, which looks to be almost like a serpent's head, or something along those lines, like a lizard or something like that, some sort of aquatic-looking creature. I knew I forgot something. Okay.
Like that.
He was a bad guy.
It's just a mini I'll have to go grab, most likely.
And then I would get to the
Let's
other
go west,
side,
not north. We're going back.
give a peek, and
Where do you go?
I'm just on the other side, and I gave my peek, and I would just wave back like, okay, if you want to come.
Okay. Is everyone moving ahead stealthily, I presume?
Yes.
Yes, I'll
Okay.
move ahead.
I'll go first.
Okay.
Oh.
Well,
you
when
wanted
I
to
get
go
to the other
first? Sorry.
side, I was going to cast Detect Good and Evil, just to get a sense of
Nice.
Okay.
what's there.
So we'll
Excellent.
say
But
Cacophony
you
goes
can go.
I'll go right behind you, and then
Okay.
Winky will follow up the rear
behind everyone.
Yep.
Winky, all right?
in case we get flanked. or
Saddle
something.
stays by Winky.
Alrighty.
Ray is 17.
Please, what's the radius of Detect Good and Evil?
Pretty far, right?
I don't think it is a.
No, it's not. 30 feet.
30 feet, but let me see if I... Do I have it at a higher level? No. 30 feet.
30 feet. Within 30 feet, you don't detect anything.
What's that?
The world is folding in on itself.
I can't see what it is.
All right.
Is that your bird skull?
So I would
That's
I
good.
would explain that 50, you said yards or feet in the distance,
About 50 feet, yep.
is a tower. I saw movement. Let's be careful.
What happens if Sibilna's in that tower?
She might be. I think it's not the clear shot eyesight.
I need everyone to, other than, because you already rolled the sheen, I need everyone to roll a collective stealth check. This is a party stealth check.
I did crit.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, but
You're
I
separate.
wasn't
They're
part of
all
the party.
moving
Yeah.
together.
First one, I think.
14, okay.
23.
23.
Ray was 17. Winky rolled a 4, and then his dex is +1. So is that a 15?
5.
I don't know how it
A
works.
4 plus 1.
Plus 1.
I rolled. Winky rolled a 14.
Oh, 14.
Oh, so it's
Oh, I
15.
thought you said
Yes.
4.
14,
Yeah, I missed
and
that.
then the
15.
dex is +1.
Okay.
So 15 for Winky.
10.
10. And
Nice.
crit success.
That was huge.
Brave!
No,
I'm
starting
going to roll
really
for
strong.
saddle.
For my first roll.
Not terrible.
12.
It's 12 for saddle. You succeed because of the crit rolled by Cacophony.
Nice.
That means that was a high detection. Dang.
You are collectively undetected thus far.
Saddle's the weak one. in the party.
As you all move forward, if you care to perceive or investigate anything specifically, please let me know. At Hashin's kind of direction, you all see through the mist almost just like a silhouette and brief glimpses of what looks to be an old, broken down tower.
Winky can smell people, so I would like him to just periodically take a scent and see if he smells. Well, it says the owlbear has advantage on that rely on sight and smell, so he'll just kind of like
Sniff check.
and see if there's someone that's not
He's our
our
bloodhound.
scent.
Funny
Exactly.
If he only smells Angie.
Okay, you direct him to do that. Please roll your perception.
Ooh, crit.
Okay, team. Okay, team.
I would also point out the newly carved on old stone thing.
He'll kind of get that scent too.
He kind of looks at you, and you see his brow furrow, and he...
Hashin,
Yes.
Winky has something to say.
Speak with animal.
Is that a spell slot?
Yeah.
Oh,
His spell
dang it.
slot.
I'm
How long-
sorry.
how long
You
does it
don't have to use
last?
Forever.
Winky has a special bond with Sheen. It's a bonded ranger animal. Companion. Beast familiar thing.
10 minutes.
10 minutes. Okay. Ray, you...
Oh, perfect. It's actually not even a spell slot.
Oh, nice.
It's a ranger thing.
Well...
That's what it says. Primal awareness. Bang. I hit it. Doesn't show up in a
it's
slot.
communicate with animals, right? Or
Speak with animal.
It's actual speak with animal? Oh, okay. Well, good. For you.
That's how it works.
You
Yeah.
should be interrogating every squirrel we
Use
come
sign
across.
language now.
Good thing I know it.
This is gonna unlock so much in our
Yep.
campaign.
All right.
It sounds like that as the owlbear kind of almost like
Oh man.
think low Wookiee. Something along those lines. But he's trying to be hushed with it. And you hear him say, "It smells like death here. I do not like this place. You are going to proceed into death. I smell death. I'm hungry.
Well, if there's dead things, you can eat them.
I do not like long dead things. I like recently dead.
Maybe we'll make some of those.
All right, I will eat their face.
That's fine. Is it a delicacy for you?
It depends on the face.
Fair enough. Okay. Winky, we'll keep talking. We have 9.5 more minutes.
So-
Winky says lots of death we're walking into.
We walked through a stained glass portal to get here,
Yeah.
and it is not there anymore.
Mm-mm.
Like you look back and it's not there.
Mm-mm. You just appeared
We're
here.
screwed forever.
Or do we use the catchphrase?
He's catchphrase is
Garbanzo bean?
Garbanzo bean.
You're safe word.
So I'm gonna move ahead another 10 to 15 feet. Let's keep moving
Are
carefully.
you all moving collectively together?
Yes.
Sure.
I think.
No, I
Okay.
think we should stick with him scouting first.
That's fine. I'd like, because if there is anything stupid, I don't want
Okay.
you guys getting caught up.
So
in
where are
it.
you?
That's
Where are you?
I'll guidance him again.
I'll
Where
just
are you
keep
going?
getting like 10 to 15 feet
Range
ahead,
roll.
20 feet ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, 20 feet's a little far.
Okay, roll your stealth.
Cocked.
I did said I
18.
guidance you
Oh
again.
yeah, wait. 21.
Okay, you move forward and you see the pathway kind of rolls, continues along the right side of the river, the east side of the river.
Do I need
And
to perceive?
As you move forward, you hear the sound of water a little more strongly. You may roll perception. Are you seeking to perceive anything specifically?
Winky told me we're moving into death, so like I'm looking for
Very
what that
unhelpful.
smell is,
Okay.
and obviously keeping an eye and an ear out for anything that's going to try to kill me.
Very good. You move forward,
23.
and with that, you do hear the stronger trickle of water, almost like a flow of water, which seems to be up ahead. You don't really see much because of the obfuscation of the mist. You do you noticed and watched Winky kind of taking a long huff of things. So you give a little sniff yourself, and within the moisture of the mist, there seems to be a decay that is more than just the fetid smell of decaying vegetation. There does seem to be the smell of rotting flesh on the mist.
Is it too early for any of us to try to make a check of some kind of, like, does this sound like a plane that we might have heard of, or
Sounds like the
location?
river Styx.
Huh?
Sounds like the river Styx. In Greek mythology.
I would say, based off of the indicators of this area, you would feel like you're in a forest.
Okay.
That is mist-filled, but you wouldn't have a sense of which plane that forest is in.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then just another quick question. Do I notice with my background for alchemical mixtures, do I notice anything strange about the plant life around us? Like how it might have been affected by the stream, or...
Roll
It's a
a
good one.
nature check just straight nature check. I'll
Alright.
let you roll it because you asked a good question.
Hey, that's pretty good. That's a 21.
It is pretty good. The vegetation all seems healthy, and it seems to be vibrant, in fact. Doesn't show any sign of corruption of itself, per se. Although you do, you see it growing rather straight and upright, which, with your nature check, you would surmise that the light source must be far overhead, as the trees are growing straight. And yet you can't see the sky because it is covered and obscured by this mist, this canopy of mist, which seems to... You can't even see the treetops, really, from where you are. So Sheen motioning that to the rest of the party from the front. Right, everyone moves up.
How far can we all see into the fog? Like,
Maybe
could they
like-
see me at 20 feet?
You can see like around 20, 30 feet. That's where... It's not like it's so heavy that you can't see your hand in front of your face,
Okay.
but it is definitely preventing kind of a view out beyond that. And you do get the sense that there is just forest around you. It's this path along the stream that you get the sense this is what you were brought to.
How does the cobblestone look? Well taken care of.
No, it looks old. There is moss and ground sticking up. It's uneven. It's not like so uneven that you would trip over it, but it's definitely not been kept flat per se. It looks well trodden in the sense that it's old, but it's not like there's a well-worn path through it. It's just an old degraded cobblestone path. In fact, as you look ahead, you see that the vegetation seems to have grown over it where you are walking to, and you can't tell if it disappears entirely or if the vegetation is just
I would like to inspect the flow of mist that's concentrated under this bridge here.
Okay, as you cross over the bridge, you kind of look over it. Please roll an investigation.
Mayhaps.
I don't think so.
19.
19. You notice the strange movement and qualities of the mist and how it's interacting with the water. And you get the sense that the liquid is what looks to be water, sounds like water, isn't necessarily water. So you don't feel any safety in the idea of drinking it. And the way that the mist kind of flows off of the water, you almost get the sense that this is like a stream of spirits or souls or something along those lines that are the way that it's flowing southward past you all. So the source...
So away from the tower.
Away from the tower. Yep, the source seems to be up ahead.
I think Celine would activate Emboldening Bond.
Okay.
I can get up to 4 people now on that, since it matches the proficiency bonus.
Yep.
So that's going to be Manny, myself, Ray, and Cacophony.
Okay.
I haven't been emboldened before. What does it mean?
Oh, you haven't? It means we're really chill with each other.
Nice.
It can only happen if we're at peace with one another. So if you were secretly planted to kill us all, you let me know if it doesn't work.
So you said yourself, Manny,
That's why she didn't bond me.
Hashin, and Ray?
Yeah. It
No,
wouldn't work.
Cacophony.
Me.
Did you want Cacophony or Hashin?
Cacophony.
Oh, Cacophony and Ray. Got it. All right, you are all bonded, which means you all can add a... Did you just explain this?
No.
No.
Oh, mechanically.
Oh, did you ask me to explain it? Sorry. My bad.
He was.
So mechanically, you can all add a D4 to essentially any roll once per turn.
Okay.
So you can add it to an attack roll or a save once per turn.
Gotcha.
That's correct?
Yep.
Yep. And it is not concentration. This is a
It's a feature,
Feature.
but it only works as long as you're within 30 feet
You
of
have to be
somebody else
within
who's bonded.
yes, within 30 feet of someone that's practically speaking you should always be, most likely.
Can you stack it with bless?
Yeah, you
You
can.
can. Which is
That's
what she typically
What I
does.
do usually in most fights.
However, if Celine goes unconscious, the bond does break.
Gotcha.
So that's the way it could potentially be stopped. All right, very good.
No, I don't like that. Bad man.
Matthew knows who he's
Yeah, for
targeting.
real. Jeez. He's just mad I
wizard.
made his next campaign change.
Okay, Redeemer.
Redeem this.
All right, you all can roll a stealth check as you move forward, closer to Hashin.
9.
9.
Crit.
Yeah, we needed that.
What'd you
Ray
get, your
is
D4?
23. The owlbear is 4.
D4?
Oh, I didn't.
19.
15.
I'll throw that.
So 13 for me.
Thank you.
13. Okay, that's still a fail. This is for Saddle. It's a 10.
Does he have a modifier, or is he?
So Saddle is a fighter. He's a warforged, so he has his plate mail fused to his body.
Heavy armor using.
Yeah, and so thank you.
Thank you so much.
Anyway,
Thank
he
you.
failed. He did not beat the. So you all continue to walk forward. Please tell me exactly where you walked to.
I think Celine would follow in the path that she saw Hasheen take. So, following his footsteps.
I'm trying to get the owlbear in front of me so it can't see me.
The owlbear will not move from out behind you.
Unless she's ordered to specifically. From
So are you kind of hanging back?
I will sacrifice
The owlbear is hanging up the rear
Right.
in case we get surprise attack.
Yep.
I'm gonna look for as many innocent people as I possibly can.
Oh,
Okay, very good.
We all stealthily
Um,
eat pizza.
As you walk forward, the cobblestone beneath your feet, in particular, the owlbear under the owlbear's feet,
This is challenging. Sorry. I'm listening.
This is
beneath
why
the
we've never done
owlbear's
this.
feet and the warforged feet, just cracks and breaks under their weight.
Ah.
And as it does so, some of the footbridge
Uh-oh.
cracks and breaks off and falls into the stream below. And immediately you start to hear almost like a hooting sound.
Oh, I don't like that.
That's how the owlbear expresses its pain.
And it's
What do I
my vocalization is far more
Human?
monkey.
Yeah, I was
Ish.
wondering, are there chimpanzees in the tower? That's
It's
terrifying.
it-
was dozy with wings.
yeah, think of it more like a tree frog type of a hooting,
Would not
like
have
trilling. It's more Piscean, if I can use that descriptor.
$10 word.
So what do I hear? My speak with animal is still up.
Oh, yeah.
This is not a beast language
Oh.
or a beast.
Okay.
Well, it's not.
I get you.
Do you speak Kuatoan? Because a frog jumps out at you
Yes.
and
Kuatoan.
kind of flies through the air,
You have 2 pizzas.
club extended for a sneak attack, as you are all kind of
I don't think I can
from
use
the
it.
forest, a wave of what look to be like almost like they're not frogs, or they're frog-like, but they're also kind of fish-like. It's like a mix between a frog and a fish. Some of them are green, and some of them are purple.
A fig, one might say. Or a
Um,
fish. Yeah, I am boldly bonded a third time. Okay.
I need everyone to roll initiative, and
Wait, that's not good.
Can you use boldly bonded on an initiative roll?
No.
No?
Why not?
I don't know. It's technically a check,
It's
isn't it?
technically an ability.
everyone roll initiative.
Mm-hmm.
I did.
All right, please
Yes,
give
it
me.
is. Yes, you did.
Well, just Anthony, tell me what you are, because you're probably gonna be high.
Probably not.
No.
16.
Yo!
Really? Do you crit fail?
Yeah.
That's broken. We have a plus 14. I'm probably first. I rolled a 23.
Okay, 23 for Celine.
I was a 19.
Ooh, I was a 19 too.
Who's dexier?
18.
Wait,
Uh,
which one
I'm
is it,
sure a
19 or
paladin.
2?
No, probably not.
17.
Minus 1 dex.
Oh, then definitely me.
It was Manny and who?
Right.
Celine, Ray.
Ray's above me.
Ray,
Yeah.
I think has a higher DC.
Yeah.
I do. Do you know what I add to Winky's advantage or no?
He's just gonna go on for the sake of ease.
For me.
he's
Okay.
gonna go with you.
That's all.
Okay.
The vodka one's good.
Yeah. You want?
That
which
one
you
looks
want?
good.
I'm good. I also have a plain old plain.
Please, Hasheen, what were you?
17.
17.
Going on 18. Fellas will fall in line.
18. Sorry.
And that was a good roll too.
Yeah, she's finally rolling well. Don't
I know.
don't make her feel
Don't
bad.
demean it.
But it looks cool.
You could probably just pass that to Jake in the future, and he could take care of that.
Chat, just so you guys know, this is not just a pizza break. We're also getting the dice tower up.
All right. What was Saddle's roll? Actually, Saddle is going to go.
6.
You're doing great, man.
You got this, buddy. Grab something and give it hell.
Okay. We're going everyone there.
Looks good.
Cool.
Okay, and Celine, talk about what you're doing as I go get the other guy.
So while the DM's gone, I sneak up on all of them and throat chop them. I crit every time, and we are effectively out of combat. I don't know if we know anything about these creatures. They don't mean anything to Carissa, so I'm gonna ask him if I know anything about them. I probably won't, and then I'm just gonna do bless. Because I don't want to attack unless they're... We don't think that there's a way to talk our way out of it.
No, I didn't understand them.
Oh, okay. Well, then now I'm just gonna hit bless so you guys can kill him.
And one is currently lunging at my face with a club.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're
yeah.
definitely
Wait, did he
hostile.
say... He said it made a sneak attack on you. I guess it didn't happen yet.
Correct.
Like, so we didn't get a sneak attack round in? So is that gonna happen first?
For them?
Yeah,
Yes. I would
okay.
assume.
Okay.
Ray
And then we
can't
go
get
into
sneak
combat.
Okay.
attacked.
Gotcha,
Huh?
gotcha.
Ray can't get sneak
You
attacked.
can't, but it's a good thing I'm up front.
Well, Ray, I think rolled higher than them, so she'll be able to.
Won't matter. It's a sneak attack.
But if I don't get sneak attacked,
You're not the one getting snuck. Snuck. A two.
Surprise.
oh,
Surprise.
So there's a sneak attack round.
so if Ray can't get sneak attacked,
You move in the sneak attack round.
Oh, cool.
So if Ray can't be snuck attacked,
Surprised.
sneaked, surprised, you go in this initial
snuck.
Good job.
round. So you actually are the first to act as you see these Kuatoa, these fishy frog-like people kind of rush forward and assault you all.
Hasheen, get back! She's gonna try to run and almost like switch places with Hasheen and then attack the froggy.
Okay, so you rush forward ahead of Hasheen.
Yep. And if I could squeeze in, yeah.
Yeah.
There
You
we
kind
go.
of get you.
Yeah.
You interpose yourself there, and
Perfect.
you take a swing.
I'm gonna Great Weapons Master
Okay.
and recklessly attack.
Okay, -5 + 10 with
Ooh, let's
advantage.
eat frog legs.
Oh yeah. I have alert
With
as
your
well. I
D4 if
can't
you
be
need it.
surprised either.
Then you also can go here.
14.
Ray, you've got a D4
14
as
does
well.
not hit.
Ooh.
Did you use your D4?
D4.
Oh! 15.
I count all this damage. as
15
mine.
hits.
Oh! Go Carissa!
So
Sweet
15,
Carissa.
15 meets, which means it's going to take half of the damage that you're doing.
Oh, we're doing that this now?
Yep,
Okay.
yep.
Ooh, so 10, 15, 25.
Good lord.
25 total.
25
Okay,
total.
half down to
Oh.
12. As it leaps
good.
through the air,
Yeah.
you saw it emerge from the forest, and you rush forward and kind of pull Hasheen back. And as you pull him back with your left hand, with your right hand, you take your hammer and just smash this thing midair right into the ground. It makes kind of a squishy, sickened sound. Its eyes like bulge out of its head even further. Its eyes, by the way, have almost like a malaise over them, like cloudy, as it just kind of like
Controlled.
looks up at you, and you're still alive. You
My
may
second attack?
Take your second attack.
Great
yep.
weapons.
Then we don't need
Is there
to
a
kill
malicious
them?
voice on the air?
Is there a mark on the back of its neck?
Yeah.
Maybe we don't need to kill them then.
Another
We
15.
may.
That also meets. So
Ooh, I'm rolling.
We should
Just
probably check
barely.
that.
All right.
did you use the D4 again?
No.
Okay. Just making sure you only
Yep.
get it once. Yep.
5, 6. That would be 26.
26 out of 13, so 25 total. This time, as you've smashed it into the ground, you move Hasheen back. You take the spear portion out and just skewer it right through the ground, and it is expired.
Okay.
All right.
But he didn't take it off the board. Just be aware.
She knows you.
Wow.
Oh no, Winky, because it's a surprise round.
It is. Yeah, Winky does not
Yep.
get to go. In the order, it is now Anthony's turn.
They're innocent.
Is there
Kill
one
'em.
running towards?
How
Well,
bad?
now Ray.
There is.
He can't be surprised either.
There look to be some that have staffs rather than spears or swords.
Ooh, where are they? They look like fun.
There's one here and here,
Oh.
and these ones over here look to have like whips.
Looking good.
The ones in the back here, they have spears as well, and you hear other stuff going on, but you can't see it within the mist.
Oh, there's some more. I'm gonna get the one closest to me
Yeah, there's one here,
with a mind
one
sliver.
here. Mind Sliver, this one here or this one?
The one that
That one. All right, further
Oh, I can't
south.
see
Got it.
those.
Yep.
Go ahead. I need to roll a intelligence.
Yes, intelligence saving throw.
Okay, that is a failure against your. I think what is it? You're at 18.
Yep.
Yep, that's
Hey,
a
good
fail.
for you.
Yay! 1, 2, 3, D6. All right.
So as they rush out, Anthony sees this as well, and you kind of hold your hand aloft and kind of make a fist as the creature just kind of like shakes, and it seems to receive the mind sliver, which gives it disadvantage on its next saving throw. Is that correct?
It takes 15 damage, psychic
Wow.
damage,
Dang, that's good.
and then takes 1d4 off of its next saving throw before the end of
D4.
my next turn.
All right, very good. Thank you. All right, and now the enemies go as this one continues forward and attacks Saddle. This one continues forward and attacks Hasheen. These two both get to the edge of the water and they target Cacophony.
But they don't go in the water.
Don't worry,
No,
Bree,
they
you're
don't.
death warded.
We'll do.
Do you still have your polling?
I think there's one up north too.
Eldritch?
I
Yeah, that's what I
gotta
was
do these
wondering.
two.
Um,
So first we're gonna do
think I
the
do
attack
because
on Saddle. It has
I reduced my
advantage because
warlock
it's a
levels.
surprise round.
Steve,
So I'm just gonna.
I don't even have the two.
Yep.
thank you.
That is a miss. The
Blast.
first
You
one.
don't?
Second attack is a 18
Tweaked
plus
a little too
stuff.
much.
That's a hit.
Okay.
For the sake of round numbers, he takes 5 points of damage. If someone wants to keep track of Saddle, he has 100 hit points.
Oh
Okay.
wow.
You got it.
Start your tallies, Bree.
So he's now at 95.
It's okay. Don't worry.
Okay.
Word.
Okay. Hasheen, you're next. That is a miss on the first
This thing's so old, it's probably the best.
and a miss on the second.
Mm-hmm.
Your AC is above 18. You're 18, right?
I am 18.
You're 18.
Any
yeah.
of them meet?
No, he was at 16.
Okay.
All right. Cacophony.
Yeah.
2 whips are released toward you. First
Oh no.
is a 21 to hit, and the second is a 16 to hit.
Yep, they both hit.
Okay, they both hit, and you are pulled. I need you to make
Oh, boy.
2 strength saving throws.
Oh no, I'm not that strong though.
You're within 10 feet of Manny.
Yep.
And
Yep.
you are blessed. You
What
are
does that
blessed.
mean?
You get to add plus
Or bolded,
5 or
bonded.
10.
+5, and then the plus D4.
So automatic
whatever you
plus
rolled,
5, and then a
Add a
d4.
plus 5.
That would be 20.
Oh, then
Nice.
don't.
Okay, the first one succeeds. I need you to roll a second time. You cannot add the D4 on this one,
But
I don't
you
think
can
she
add the
did.
but
plus
you
5.
still
I
get the
didn't
plus 5.
before.
She didn't add the d4
Okay.
on.
No,
Ah.
plus your strength.
Which is 2.
It's 14.
14. Okay, they both.
She gets a D4.
They no, she already used that.
No, she didn't.
No, I didn't.
Okay, go ahead.
They both succeed?
That's a 4.
4.
Oh, 18. So, yeah,
You added
4,
the 5?
4 plus, yeah,
Oh,
4
yeah.
plus 14, 18.
14. How do you add 14?
Because she rolled a 7 plus 5 is 12 plus 2 is 14.
What's
Plus
the plus
4.
2 for?
That's
Her
my
strength.
modifier.
The plus
Oh,
5 is me.
I thought that was added into the.
No.
Okay, so it's 18 total.
Yeah.
Okay, that succeeds. So you have two
Sorry,
whips
we made
wrapped.
this complicated.
You have two whips wrapped around you, but you don't get
Okay.
moved further.
Okay.
They both hit you, however, so you do take 10 total points of slashing damage. So 5 each. So 10 points of slashing
She's
damage.
mostly cleric.
Oops, I'm wrong way.
Meanwhile, Ray, both of these see you kind of rush to the front, and the first one kind of holds his what looks to be like a shaman's kind of stick
Here we go.
aloft here.
Come at me, Kermit.
Why are there so many
Vicious mockery. That was amazing.
enemies?
And
She sounded 17 there.
I need you to
Just like the
roll
one-winged
a wisdom save.
Wisdom.
Yep.
Edge of 17.
I love that song. I know you guys know that
baby, ooh. I said ooh.
You know that?
12.
What?
I
12
love
is a
her.
failure.
What do you mean you know that artist?
I don't know.
You
I just have it.
feel
Sorry.
yourself stiffen up. You can't move.
Ah, that's not
sucks.
good.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Is that
Um,
was that visible of Antine and I?
I mean, the spell was visible. He was casting a spell.
I wasn't watching.
You are within 30 feet, so you would have seen it. If you care to try to counterspell that.
I wouldn't.
Okay.
Dang it. So she's effectively okay. I will not. I
Okay.
will let it go through.
All right. The second one, again, raises. This is up here at the north. Raises the staff, and there is 3 kind of motes of fire which emerge and shoot out. And the 3 all target Ray. They now have advantage because she is
How about my
paralyzed.
cloak? How does that work?
Oh, they just.
It would just be a straight and even roll.
Well, she was hit too, so
Was she?
No, just with
for
the.
the spell.
Yeah,
Just a
the
spell.
spell.
Spells
So,
don't count.
yep. First is a miss. Second is a miss. The third is a miss.
You can tell Ray's face is clearly mocking, even though no words are coming out. And she's like, but you could tell in her eyes.
She's just disappointed by the poor display of magic use.
If you're gonna immobilize me, at least hit me, man.
That's funny. All right, and it is now back to the top of the round as Celine, you are up.
I'll see the one that, or the 2, I guess, that have whips around cacophony, and I will go
Wait, the top of the
after
round?
one of them with a guiding bolt, first level.
Okay, so you're doing a guiding bolt against one of the whippers.
Yeah, go to the one that one. Yeah, we'll go
Okay.
after that guy. 11 plus 9, so 20.
All right, 20 is a hit.
Cool. So that's gonna be 4d6. And the next one to hit that thing will have
Top of
advantage.
all
Have advantage on the
You should
attack.
be up next.
Yep. So he begins to glow a
11.
yellowish hue from the
15
radiant
points.
light, takes 15 points of
Oh,
damage,
nice.
and holds on to the lasso, so to speak, around Cacophony, but is plainly visible through the mist to you all.
Who is behind me? I can't really see. 'cause they
We
blend into
have
the map.
Antony behind you,
Oh,
and
okay.
then Winky.
Okay. Would I take an opportunity attack if I moved a little bit?
There is no enemy next to you.
Oh, what's
Yeah,
the
you're
thing?
good.
Oh, that's a pillar.
Closest enemy is here.
I
There
thought that
is,
was the
yeah,
dude.
the pillar's there.
Okay. Okay. I'm actually not gonna move. I don't want to get closer to anything.
City Guard, thank you very much.
Oh, wow.
Appreciate
Thank
you. Two advantages to each player.
Oh wow, cool.
Thank you.
Thank you, City.
Marking them down.
Thank you.
Mark it down.
I think that also includes the DM, right? That's one of the players.
You're not a player.
Is it?
You're an
Are
adversary.
you drained of power now?
No, he still has 34.
No.
Saving him.
For the big dads.
All
I
right.
forgot about that.
So you are moving anywhere, Celine?
No, I'm just gonna stay
Okay,
there.
Celine stays put. We are on to Ray.
What can I do? Can I try to break from the mobilization?
You may roll a wisdom save.
Okay.
This will end your turn, either way.
Bummer.
25.
Succeeds.
Nice.
And then
nice
Winky.
work.
And now
Forgot
Winky
about
is up.
Him earlier.
Well, he didn't forget. He does not have the same feature as you to avoid the surprise.
Oh, right. Okay.
Closest enemy is next to Saddle.
Does he see any enemies behind us or smell any enemies behind us?
Roll perception.
Good question.
Nice one.
Ooh. Oh, he gets advantage on perception. 14. I think he's a 15.
Turns around and looks, and indeed, creeping through the mist,
Nice.
there
Clutch
is
detection, though.
another Kuatoa that is just about to strike.
All right, so
Could
he
you
will.
imagine that thing? Like, I got this. Yeah. Oh no.
There you are.
All
He
right.
feels like a salmon running a stream.
Plus 1. Winky will do his first attack.
Come on, Winky.
Yeah, on 21.
Hits.
That'd be funny if
That
you
was
said
the
this.
that was the bite. I take it,
Sure.
because that has a little bit more damage.
Yeah.
And then the claws, usually the second attack.
All right, the bite is 15, but I think he gets a plus something. 16.
16 total damage. That's very good.
All right,
And
and
the claw. Claw's gonna get you.
that's gonna hit 17 plus
That
7.
also hits.
All right, and that's 2d8.
Winkelstein.
13. for the
13.
claws.
So Winky kind of sniffs the air and whirls around, and you just see him bite down and claw. And he, instead of like
Gross.
clawing through him and across him, it's more of like a puncture
Ooh.
as he just kind of like jabs into the flesh of this Kuatoa, and then he picks him up and he grabs the top of his head and bites his face off.
Oh.
At the boy!
How does it taste?
I hate the fish.
It's a good thing these are amphibians.
Say he looked innocent to me.
Right, is he staying there? Those are his 2 attacks.
For now, yeah.
Okay, stays there. And it is now
Can we-
Manny's turn.
Manny would like to use his glaive to cut the lassos or whips
Nice.
off of Kukov.
Nice.
Okay.
Good idea.
That is a good
They will.
idea.
You have 2 attacks,
I do.
so you may make your first attack against the first whip.
I would argue that it's a sweeping attack, so I could get both in one attack.
Your argument is heard and denied.
Although valid.
Motion
Will not work
sustained.
that way.
Unfortunately, one of them is around her neck and one of them is around her left foot.
Okay, all right.
So she's just like,
Well, joke's on you. She's playing Twister.
D4? D4?
No, what's that?
D4?
I didn't use a D4. I'm not going to use it because it was actually a 4 that I rolled. So I don't think it's really going to help.
Ye of little
Yeah.
faith.
What's your to hit?
All right, wait, actually, you know what? Hold on.
Let's do some math.
Let's do this. Let's do this.
You got to be like a +9 to hit.
Yeah, I am
You
up
miss
on
and you
yes.
decapitate your
So it's
company.
14.
14
decapitate
misses.
me.
Remember, that meets.
15
No, 15
meets.
meets.
15 meets.
Did
So
I
did
do
you
that
roll your
math right?
D4?
He did. He just used it.
I didn't do that math right.
All right.
Hold
You
on a
rolled a
second.
4 plus what?
Plus 9.
4 plus 3
Is 7.
is 7.
Plus
Plus
what?
9. So
16.
yeah, 16.
Bless!
Way wrong.
16 hits.
Yeah.
Emboldening bond! All your victories are mine!
That's all right. How long does that last?
Once you
An
mind
hour?
your business, 10 minutes.
Oh, that's what I thought. Now, how many times can you cast it a day?
I don't want to tell you.
Uh-huh.
You can look at my character
That's
sheet.
right.
So that the one around her neck is gone then?
The one around whichever one you targeted is
The
gone.
neck.
The neck is gone. Her neck is free. Her
My
left.
neck is gone.
Her left. You stand there,
executioner.
Kathleen, and you're like straining against these 2 lassos around you, and all of a sudden, there's this flash of metal in front of your face, just in front of your beak, as you're straining, and all of a sudden, you feel yourself, and you're just kind of bouncing on one foot as you're fighting against the
Yep.
lasso on your
I
left.
can see it.
As you look, As you look at Manny, who is
Eggs keep
who
falling
is
out.
kind of in one fluid motion, coming around for a second swipe,
That's better. All right. So 25.
and cleanly cleaves through
Freaking
the
good
whip.
job, man.
And
I didn't
you-
even
Thank
think
you.
of that.
You have been released from the pull towards the stream.
My brain's kind of like dusting off right now.
Well done, Manny. Are you staying there?
Now their whips probably can't
I will
reach you.
actually try to interpose myself
Maybe.
in between those lassoers.
Unless they're
Manny!
magic.
So you move up in front of Cacophony.
Boss.
Are you in the water?
He is not in the water. The water specifically is kind of right here.
Okay.
Oh,
It's
I
about
see.
10
Yes.
feet.
Oh yeah, not even close.
It's
Okay.
about 10 feet
Weird bridge. Thing.
in width. Bridge. It goes right under the bridge here.
It's the river of Kwai.
It is now Cacophony's turn.
Wait, I'd like to use my bonus action to cast.
He would like
no,
to
never
use his
mind.
bonus
Never
action.
mind.
He would-
Conserving resources.
Serving resources.
He wanted to
Kidding.
cast Nevermind.
That's a loser's game. Go
All
big
right.
and go home.
5th level. Come
Because
on.
you will.
So I would like to command the two that are sort of together up on the other side of the river
Nice.
to flee.
Okay.
Ooh.
Flee. That's the command you give them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and they need to take their entire turn following this command. At what level are you casting it
Second level.
to get the two of them?
Yes.
Okay, I need to
Uh,
roll.
Doesn't it say they take their reaction to do it?
I believe it does.
The target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or follow the command on its next turn.
Oh,
Nice.
sorry.
Okay, so number 1. That's a fail. That's a 5 on the die.
Sweet.
Number 2, another 5 on the die,
Sweet.
and I am
Good job.
no
Nice.
longer using those tonight.
Clutch.
Moving to the metal.
Let them run out of dice.
All right, they both fail, and so on their turn, they both immediately kind of, as you just utter the word flee, there's a resonance to her voice, deep and rich, that reaches their ears, and they just almost mechanically turn and get ready to prance away.
She actually spelled FLEA.
So they bounce.
They itch.
They jump into the
Scratching
river.
themselves.
What if they went into the river?
I
I
like
wonder what
that.
happened.
I
That
don't
would
know.
need to have been a different command.
That would have been approach.
What if they
Drown?
drown? Good to know.
Drown
You
yourself.
can't command them to harm themselves.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Knowingly
probably
harm
breathe.
It
themselves.
gives you like 5 things
They can
you
probably
can do.
breathe water
about-
It's
anyway.
it's not a limit to those 5 things, but they can't harm themselves.
It's like, yeah, like
Approach,
that.
drop, flee, grovel, halt.
Oh, flounder.
Poop, pee,
Flounder.
jump.
I'd
Shit.
say that was the same as grovel.
Whatever.
All right, are you moving at all, Cacophony?
Gravel.
We
No, I don't think I need
All
to.
right, Cacophony stays there. It is now
I tried.
Anthony's turn.
Boom, boom, boom. What are these things wearing?
They look like they're wearing
3 pieces.
kind of
Monocle.
almost,
Like ripped
Like-
clothes?
yeah, like tribal kind of feathers and leathers
Oh.
and cloth, like kind of just haphazardly stitched together.
Alright. They're not wearing like children's clothes, like they've been turned into
No,
these beasts.
no. Although you can roll perception for any
Thanks
deeper.
for that horrifying thought.
Are we
Killing
dealing with
children.
hags here? I don't
No, you're absolutely right.
know. I'm
Someone's
perceiving
been playing
29.
Baldur's Gate.
29. They all of their eyes have a kind of
You didn't
a
get to
malaise
read it.
over them.
All of them do.
Yep.
None of them are special in that regard.
Not
can't
that
see
you,
that part.
not that you see.
Alright. Look over my shoulder and that guy's face is gone.
Yep.
And the first one. I
Winky just as he's biting, he just kind of looks back at you and just kind of gives you like a side smile.
Ew, it's
He says he'd like to eat your face.
I push him into the river Styx. I'm gonna do the same thing to the same guy.
Okay.
He's
He-
up still, right?
He is still.
You're
He
gonna
took
eat his
15
face?
points of damage, but
In save.
yep. That is a 14, which still doesn't beat 18. They're not that
Plus he
intelligent.
has to subtract a d4 from his save.
That's true.
Nice,
So
Liver.
he fails.
So then. Ugh, 9.
Okay. His head does not explode, though it's very close to. There is a purplish blood which begins to ooze out of what otherwise would be his ears and nose, as he just is like shaking from the pressure within that is kind of psychically grown within him as he takes his spear and is trying to take another slash at Saddle. Are you staying there or doing anything else?
I would like to flank the one that's on Hashin.
Okay, you move into a position of flanking with Hashin.
I likes it.
Okay, very good. And it is, let's say you're there. It is now Hashin's turn.
Well, that changed what I was going to do. All right, so the one up on me.
Yep.
Who took 2 swings and I expertly dodged.
Correct.
Does his eyes look glazed over too?
Indeed.
And then the guy that got just pummeled by Ray.
Mm-hmm.
Can I see and perceive back to... Because does this remind me of the fire giants? At all?
Good question.
How they clearly were not...
Roll a insight.
Yeah. I'm going to use an advantage.
Okay. Thank you again, City.
Crit.
Nice.
Crit.
Good
guys
job. Good job.
Have rolled crits on
Not me.
your investigative questions with regularity. They do indeed
Happy for
seem to be controlled.
Okay.
Though you look to the neck immediately of the skewered Kuatoa, and you don't see any sort of sigil there, nor did it turn to frozen, frosty, then disintegrate into water when it died. There seems to be some different arcane magical effect upon it that is controlling it.
Okay. I would yell out, I think they're being possessed, but not the same way. And I'm going to bonus action Zephyr Strike myself,
Gives you advantage.
and it lets me get away without an opportunity attack.
It does. Where are you moving to?
I'm going to move
It's a fun little spell.
back. I kind of
It's a first level, right?
It
Or
is.
Second.
first
First. Ranger
putting
spell.
myself in between Cacophony and Celine, kind of back that away.
Okay, so you step back.
Yeah, right there. It's
Very
fine.
good.
And then I'm going to take aim at the Ukatoa with that one.
Ukatoa.
Yeah.
Ukatoa.
So I have advantage, which means my 1 level dip into Rogue gives me sneak attack.
You took. How did I forget that?
You didn't. I didn't. Never announced it.
Oh,
That's
okay.
cool.
Then I didn't forget it.
That's pretty rogue.
It's going to be amazing.
I'm also going to sharpshoot him. I'm also going to do the 1d4 thing,
For your.
my dreadful strike.
Yes.
Okay.
Wow, you're
Yeah.
gonna overkill this guy.
That's what I'm going for.
They may be controlled. Dead.
So 23.
Hits.
I
So you
was
add
thinking
your.
about like a 5.
As you apparate. Well, wait. Which bow are you using?
Voidrils.
Okay, as you apparate your bow, because you would have gotten potentially more damage from your other, but
No. Voidrils is the D10. Whichever one's the D10.
you said Voidrils.
Yeah, which is the D10 one.
Okay.
Also allows me to crit on 19s and 20s. That's the one.
Yeah, well, you ate the other bow, right? Is that how?
Technically, it absorbed.
Yes. Yeah.
So, they've kind of merged into one. I
Right.
don't have a choice.
So you don't have. Yeah. So they are all one now.
When
That's
did
right.
this happen?
Singularity.
I don't know.
So yeah, you hit
He didn't.
the bow. Strikes true. Oh, that's right. It's whether you're shooting the physical arrows or the.
Correct.
So that's what makes a difference.
Yeah.
Because you can. Is that the one that you can? That's a hunter's bow, right? That we gave you. Is that one that you can shoot javelins with?
Yes.
Yeah, you can shoot javelins with it.
I can. Because we basically.
D10.
Yes,
Yes, because you do have several javelins.
I do.
But that's
Wave
right.
on
That's what you need
turn.
to note. You need to note if you're using a javelin or
That
not.
is correct.
Because
I'm
that
not-
does extra damage.
It does. I'm not doing that. So 15 plus 10 is 25. Plus sneak attack damage is 3, is 28.
Holy
Plus
smokes.
my dreadful strike, 31.
Okay,
On my first attack.
dead.
Nice.
He goes down as the arrow pierces through him. He kind of hits and just looks up. His eyes turn up in his head as he just collapses down.
Then I want to immediately, for my second shot, look for the other one with the rod.
Yep.
And I'm going to
Make your attack.
take us. I
You
don't
do
get
not
sneak
have
attack,
sneak attack.
nor I
Nor
don't
can
have
you do
advantage.
dreadful strike.
That is correct.
Nor do you have advantage.
But I can still do sharpshooter.
You can still do sharpshooter.
And that's what this guy's going to do.
That's what I'm gonna do.
And that is a 19.
Yeah.
Roll your damage.
Is that a crit?
No.
Oh, yeah, it is a crit.
No,
Because 19's
no,
a
it was
20s?
19 total.
19 total. That is
Oh,
correct. Yeah,
The
I'm sorry.
die has to be a 19 or 20.
Oh.
But I
nice
rolled a
question.
10
That's
plus
max
10.
damage.
plus 8. 28.
Dang.
He also dies.
Nice.
Good job, Jake.
Similarly, you kind of focus, and they both just drop as
That's
the
amazing.
impact of the bow
That was.
done.
dead
Well done.
center right in their chest.
It's like I was born here or something. I'm meant to be here. Okay.
Do we see a change in their eyes when they are dead?
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Their eyes simply roll up in their head,
Okay.
and they die.
Can't
Are
see
we
anything
seeing any of the same weird icy stuff happening around Hashim?
No, I'm around Hasheen. Yes, he still exudes an icy kind of frost as he steps around.
Like
There
I
are-
just ate a bunch of dentine ice.
it's like verdigris,
How
In
it
his-
feels to chew 5 gum.
verdigris in his footsteps, and a little frosted breath as he exhales.
Okay.
That is Hasheen's turn.
Well
it is
done.
now the remaining enemies.
Well done.
the remaining enemy.
The
This one turns to attack Anthony, and Saddle also gets an attack. So
Say it.
attack number 1,
Say it.
What?
that is a 19 against Saddle. That is a miss.
Last time I
No,
come to help you.
that meets Saddle. Saddle takes 3 more
Don't you
points
have,
of
like, a
damage.
ridiculous AC,
Second
though?
attack on Saddle. That's
It's
14.
an alright
That
one
misses.
for a wizard.
Anthony,
What's up?
that is a hit against you.
Oh, you critted me?
It's a hit.
Oh.
Shield.
Does this guy look beefier than the rest of them?
He does look
Got
a
a
little bit of
mace?
beef. He has a mace. Most of the others had spears
Can you put a
or
vodka.
um,
slice on for me?
As Hasheen ran away from my help, I would have immediately cast shield. So yeah, shield.
okay, shield. So that is
Sorry.
a 23 total to hit.
24.
And the shield bounces the mace away as he takes his second attack, and again ricochets off the shield. He does not hit you at all.
Love it.
Otherwise, he would have had 2 hits. Very good. The whips are retracted and flung forth once more
We have to run.
Yeah, they're fleeing, aren't they?
They have to run. They're
in
commanded.
my mind's eye.
Gotcha.
That is what they did. But instead, they
Good
We're
job.
cowards.
Yeah, really.
Nice
good
job. Good job, team.
they flee away, and you're out of combat.
There's still one guy over there. 2 actually.
There's 2. Darn, you're right.
Maybe they run.
Saddle's up.
Dead.
Saddle moves into a flanking position
Oh, what
to
a
protect
nice guy.
Anthony. Makes his first attack with advantage. It's a 17 on the die that hits. Second attack with advantage. That's not as good. That's only a...
Did he leave the guy next to him alive still?
That guy took an opportunity attack against him and missed.
Yeah.
He did. He wanted to help you out.
What a nice.
And
You made a friend somehow.
Saddle does 30 points of damage to this guy with his 2 hits.
Nice.
He's dead.
Dang.
He is not going to action surge, but he will move back up to face the other guy, and he'll look at you all and say, "I'm helping. I'm trying to keep people alive, unlike you." And he will.
Most resentful ally ever. I love it.
He loves to hate us.
And it is Celine's turn with one one Kuatoa left.
I will mind sliver that guy.
Oh.
He's mind slivered as well. Okay. Int save. That's a 5 on the die. That fails.
Okay.
Minus 1d4.
Negative.
One.
Put him in the negative.
That poor guy's he got hit twice with that.
3 times.
Oh, he's just dumb.
That's
It doesn't matter. Whatever amount of damage, even if it's because you roll 3d6 now?
yeah, it's 11.
Yeah, 11. Yeah, he's dead. His head explodes from the mind sliver the third time.
So it's like, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep.
And now you're out of combat.
All right.
Celine looks traumatized.
Winky goes and eats the faces off of.
Yes, he does.
Her business. Winky
Well,
eats the faces.
While he's still saying, "I hate fish."
That's
Like,
right.
You could stop, man.
Manny would like to investigate one of the ones with the rods.
Yep.
Yeah, I will help him.
Okay. As he does, so as he eats the first guy over here, he kind of throws him away, and his body just kind of lands on the bank.
Oh, I tell Winky to throw one in the river to see what
Yes.
happens.
As it lands on the bank, the soul gets sucked out of it
Okay.
into,
It is a river Styx.
into the river.
That could have been bad for you.
Yeah. Can you imagine if we crit failed crossing the bridge?
As the others are all
Yeah, but
eaten,
he said
they're
part
left
of the bridge
there,
crumbled.
and as they are, you see much more slowly because of the proximity, but you see that their souls kind of slowly emerge and just
Wow.
become one with the mist. And then it just kind of like reaches out as if it's trying to grab on and hold on, but it
Ew.
can't. And
To its own body.
To its own body.
Ooh, that's fine.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And then it's just like,
Very interesting.
then it's
Okay.
there.
Don't die.
What does a
near the
fish
river.
soul look like?
You investigate the two shaman. Who is doing the investigation?
I would go to the one, you'd go to the other.
Yeah.
I will
Okay.
help whoever's worse at this.
Okay, you can
I'll
give
help Hashin.
advantage to Hashin.
Yeah, you know you do.
And is anyone assisting?
You have a
Manny?
D4.
Yeah, I'll help Manny.
Okay.
I only have a plus 10 to investigation.
Yeah, why aren't you doing it?
You guys spoke up?
You get advantage, Manny.
I get advantage?
I'm
22.
helping
Oh,
you.
that's right.
Me too. You do find a number of little trinkets, each of you. You each rolled 22?
16.
Okay, it's 22 and 16. You each find a number of
With a D4.
kind of shamanic
Oh, no, not
trinkets.
Yeah, 7, 18.
Last for 10 minutes, right?
I'm milking everything I can.
That's great. You totally expedited
Mini.
this
Yeah.
by
Yeah.
using that, so that was well done. No gold, no valuables of any sort. You do, Hashin, you find within you like almost like a brand on its skin of like a leviathan type of creature.
What arm?
Its right arm,
Hey, check the right arm. Any, like, tattoo?
leviathan brand on its arm.
Looks
Check.
like a water dragon.
Yeah, check another one.
Anthony, didn't you see? Was that Anthony or was that a different Steve character? I honestly don't remember. In the caldera, all the gods, the water gods.
Oh.
Mhm.
That was you, right? Or was that somebody else?
I was there.
That was
That,
him.
I mean, Anthony was aware of
It-
that.
it
though
was-
Yeah,
wasn't.
I think it was
It
a
was the purple
purple goblin,
but
I
Anthony
think,
was
though.
there.
When you uncover it, Celine will motion to Anthony saying, Anthony, could you... I'm not as familiar with this kind of sigil for this god. Do you recognize this?
I look at the things at the end of the bridge too. Does it match the face of the things on their arms?
Seems so.
And do
There's
I
definitely a
recognize this?
correlation.
At least
Definitely,
seeing it at some point.
definitely a correlation to the odd. I didn't write the name down here, but that god. I don't have it in my notes in front of me.
Letty.
I
That
can
guy.
find it.
I lost all my
It's like
notes.
a
I took
weird,
such
really
detailed
long,
notes.
weird
Correlation,
name.
but is it a
Let
causation?
me find it.
Slytherin.
Bob.
It didn't talk to
Um,
Vex, did it?
One of them, I think, the deep serpenty one. I think it did.
It was
I'll
one
tell
that
you.
kept telling him to go deep, which is why he did and fought the clam.
Yeah.
Because he was trying to
Yeah.
follow the god's
That's right.
advice.
Don't give him logic to that.
Pearl
Don't
power.
you apply logic
It's-
to that?
Blibdle poop.
That was not who talked to me.
Okay.
Blibdle poop?
That is definitely
Blibdle
not who
poop.
talked to me.
Blibdle poop.
Mr. Poop. We have a fart and we have a poop. There's a
Cleric of
Muck fart.
It's P-O-O-L-P.
Sure.
Blibdle poop. Pulp.
Ploop.
Yell in
How a
silence.
Russian would say pulp.
Pulp.
And what do I know about this blue blue blue?
That he is the goddess, the sea mother
Oh, goddess.
of the Kuatoa.
Is it our
These
fish
are
friend
Kuatoa.
that follows
You know
us?
that Kuatoa. Roll a history check on Kuatoa.
You're probably good at that.
31.
What do we know?
Oh wait. 33.
Well, doesn't he get plus 10 for
Good, because the
wisdom?
DC was a 32.
Well, this
Yeah,
is
you're
a
right next to me. Right?
ability
No,
check.
it's
So,
ability check.
you know about Kuatoa that they have 31. I guess
33.
you know everything with a 33.
He actually worshipped the god.
Where's their
once upon a
temple?
time.
You
I know
know.
the exact location.
You, for some odd reason, Anthony, in your defense of the plains, you studied Kuatoa
Yeah.
Yep.
at
I want
one
them to hang
time
with me on the beach.
because they're
This is
actually a very
publication.
ancient race. They were a race that was at one point enslaved to the Illithid,
Oh.
Oh, that
and
sucks.
Interesting.
they were turned essentially mad, not of their right minds, and they kind of create gods out of anything. Like a collective of them will get together and they will find something bigger than themselves to turn into a god.
Oh, we
and-
could have commanded them.
And there is
Worship us.
they have a sense of obviously being kind of fishy, Piscean in nature, that they typically have a iconography that is fish-like, serpentine, whale-like, giant leviathan type of creatures. Though that doesn't necessarily match the actual manifestation of that figure per se. So it is a representation of whatever they are that clan is worshiping. You also know that they do have minds of their own and will
Not anymore.
freely give their devotion and worship. So there's a little bit of dissonance between the seeming mind control that's going on here and the reality of the Kuatoa.
That doesn't help us.
Okay, well that's what you know. That's what you learn. I
Does
don't
the
know if
fish look
you
like
explain
our
that to everyone, but
fish friend, the statue? Does that look like the fish that's been following us?
Except for Winky, I don't share.
you don't share with me. The head of the statue kind of looks like the brand on their arms.
But that doesn't look like our fish friend that follows us. Okay.
All
I
of
don't know his
these,
name.
Oh no, the puddle guy who's been doing mental attacks.
The
on us?
Aboleth.
Yeah.
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 the
Absinthe.
all of them have that same brand.
How old does
Nike.
it look?
The brand?
Can I make a medicine check?
I mean,
on
it
that?
doesn't look like it was it's like still oozing or fresh or anything, but it's healed. You can make a medicine check.
Over 20.
Okay. It seems recently applied, but not so recent that it's still healing. The brand itself is healed, but it's not like the
Years old,
skin
mhm.
has had years to kind of
Okay.
acclimate to it. It's still a
I
rather
wonder if that means there's a big Leviathan around.
I'd share the assessment medicinal with wondering if that implies that this is a recent development-ish, like within a year.
Well, so listen, these things they usually worship things like what's on their arm. They also usually are like they think for themselves. They're a tribe that does communicate with other people. So them just attacking us like this, and you saw their eyes, yeah?
Yeah, weird men.
I'm not sure that the iconography on this bridge or on their arm has anything to do with this. I think this place has been usurped, and they've been taken control of or convinced to worship and thusly control. Perhaps.
As you are investigating and moving forward, you look around and you do stumble across a skeleton of a small humanoid creature.
Knick-knack.
No.
Is it really?
Or yes.
Small humanoid creature, it is. Anyone can roll medicine on that if they care to.
I will.
I would like to turn him into a minion.
Does anybody want to give me help?
Sure.
You can guide yourself.
Can I? I can't guide and get help, can I? I mean,
No.
technically
I
guide.
have
and-
guidance. I could give you
Okay.
officially give you guidance.
Someone can assist you and you can guide yourself.
I'll
Here.
assist you.
All right, Hasheen, get up here.
Do you have proficiency with medicine?
Yeah.
Are you doing a medicine check?
Mhm.
Exceptional
I
wit.
do have proficiency. With
Exceptional wit.
Okay, if you have proficiency with medicine, then
I
you
think
can
I do.
give that
Okay.
assistance.
That's what I have to do
Oh.
to make this
Do
spell
I?
take
Makes sense.
effect.
Yeah,
thought
you
you
do.
were.
It's a black
You got a
dot.
1d6. What?
So Cacophony's
Where is it?
helping
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yes.
So
So
you
I
have advantage.
advantage.
Yep,
He
and
exceptional witted me. and I have
exceptional
medicine.
wit
Wisdom and
is,
religion is
uh,
intelligence. Anyway.
Yeah, medicine is intelligence.
From
Medicine's
now on,
wisdom.
we're
No,
flipping
wisdom.
medicine and religion.
I take it. I take it away. Alrighty. Crit. And
Nice.
really.
So this, while it is
There are some
about
hot dice
while it
there.
is about the size of a halfling, it is definitely not a halfling. It looks like a goblin.
Hmm.
And as you look around, you see that it seems that there have been several goblin
Oh my.
bodies that have been pulled next to the stream here.
Hmm.
And there's a whole bunch of them. They look, the skeleton, because there's no flesh any longer. It's just the skeleton. Some of the bones are broken, as if they were kind of slashed or pierced, or even kind of melted,
Cool.
like from a radiant beam of light,
Mm-hmm.
like top down melted,
Mm.
based off of the skeleton that remained there.
Hmm.
Like from the
Breath
m-
weapon?
like from the moon.
Oh,
Yes, like
yeah,
from
there
the
you go.
moon.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And you see now more clearly the tower that was there. It looks kind of like almost like a old wizard's tower.
Hmm.
I claim it as my own.
And you see kind of a
Worship me, frog people.
you see a stone of like with an inscription on it as you're kind of walking forward. And it is in Sylvan, if
Hi.
anyone reads Sylvan.
I do.
I do.
Yeah.
I do
Okay.
not.
And
Lovely.
it simply
Sylvan.
says the cairns of memory.
Cairns?
Yeah.
Karens.
Are there going to be ghastly horses here?
Well, I'd say looking
The
at
soul
the
cairn?
looking at the parietal bone
Skyrim?
shape here and the frontal bone shape, this would appear to me to be, I'd say, goblinoid. And the damage sustained, it's your normal slashing. You can see that in the fracture here and the piercing, but there's a little bit of melting happening, like with radiant.
Roll perception
Both of us.
on the stone. Anyone who's you are the only two who can do this.
Oh man.
Can
Well.
you use advantage?
Okay.
Just because I heard that. Crit.
We're gonna roll so many
So you
ones
look
in
at the
combat.
stone. You notice that some of the
Tonight's episode.
vegetation has kind of grown up it, and you push it down,
Ooh.
and you see the cairn of Bane ahead in Sylvan.
Oh gee.
What?
Cairn?
Of Bane?
Do we know what a cairn is?
I love that's just
Doesn't
like
that
a.
mean it's trapped?
Burial mound.
A cairn is a
Cairn?
burial mound.
It's an Irish burial mound.
This is
Holder
this
of-
just to give you guys context. This is a callback to TCA.
Yeah. Where's Darlin? Where's Mincemeat? Where's Darian?
No one knows where Darian.
That means Ray's gonna get
Cacophony was there,
possessed.
too.
That's true.
Yeah, you should say, wait
Oh,
a
yeah.
minute.
You were here,
Yeah.
Cacophony,
I was.
and all of a sudden, as
It's all coming back.
as
it's all coming back to me now.
Hasheen says this and Anthony says this, the thing that threw you, of course, was the mist that was everywhere,
That's
which was
right.
not there before. But now, as the tower comes into greater focus, and you see the goblin bodies, you remember, wait, I Eldritch blasted some of those guys. This is
You
where
guys did
I
that.
got sucked through a hole and appeared in the tower in the tomb that was ahead. all this comes
Ah.
flashing
Yep.
back to you.
Who was I at that point? Was I
But she
Darwin?
keeps it to herself.
You were darling.
No, I'm
we
trying
found
to.
you on the way in.
Yeah.
I
that's
don't
right.
remember all the details. This was a
Yeah,
long time
it
ago.
was.
But I would, in those.
As I read that out
Words.
loud, Karen of Bane?
Wait a minute. I think I've been here before. Wait a minute.
What?
Yeah, except it
This isn't a
a
mine.
little different.
It's a tool.
And then I would, relay the details of.
Okay, and
What
so
happened to me?
you recall. Roll a history check just for funsies.
20. Crit.
Oh.
Man down.
Gone
What does
forever.
that mean?
Oops.
That was your good dice, right? I didn't want you running that one.
It was. History.
We'll get it. We'll get it after the session. What
It
was it?
wasn't the feather
14.
dust.
14.
You have
That's
D4.
good
Wait,
enough.
Wait, D4. Oh, wait,
Because
good
I'm-
enough?
That is
Okay.
good enough. You can roll a d4 because there might be some additional. 'Cause you are bonded, so you might as well.
16.
16 or 15. That's another threshold up.
It's a win
So
for
Good job.
Another win.
with the 16, you do recall. Wait, we passed through some weird like overlap, and we were told that we went into a section of the Feywild that was almost like an odd dimension within the Feywild. As soon as she describes it that way, Anthony, you would be like, oh, it's a pocket dimension within. So like almost nesting dolls. So there can be dimensions within dimensions, and you get the sense that this is this place of the cairns, these cairns of memory, is its own little dimension. That who's the cairn of Bane? You don't have all the context for that kind of developed later on in your
Right.
story, but you know that there was a attempt by some really bad people to try to bring Bane back to life, and you stopped it. At least you stopped some of it. Most of it,
None of
kind of, sorta. None of it. No, wait. Something got out
it. You actually
and
covered
got
it.
away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we stopped it from doing everything it was trying to do. And then you got whisked away. So whatever the dead thing was that was in the cairn, you are all aware that it is gone and is no longer there.
Lots
But
loot
all
there.
of this soul stuff,
Let's go.
none of that was present previously. So something has changed here. In whatever time
Also,
has
we
elapsed.
may want to tell Saddle that up ahead there are some disemboweled Warforged.
There are, at least there were previously.
Well, that was rude of whoever made that thing to put vowels in it.
Yeah.
So this is all recounted to you by Cacophony.
Who's Bane?
Would I?
Yeah.
Roll a religion check. You two, and you've studied, so you can roll as well.
Have I met this Bane character? Just 7. 27.
18.
18. Celine, you are aware that Bane is a evil god. God of strife, I
Anthony will
think.
be okay
So.
with it.
It's a god of strife and essentially like hatred, death, a domain of death type of god.
Okay.
You are aware that Bane as a god can't necessarily die per se. And so this Bane that was buried here can't necessarily be the god, but either someone affiliated with the god or masquerading as the god. But somehow took that name and was apparently here, but was brought back by some ritual, which Cacophony and her former crew succeeded in interrupting, but not before Bane was able to come back in some form.
I'd like it if we all pictured the TCA team as like these like dashing,
Heroes.
swashbuckling heroes who
Man,
are
these
so
guys did some
effective.
work, huh?
Yeah.
Look at them.
So are these bones of goblins still being like Is anything more being absorbed by this river? Was it
No.
just soul being pulled?
It
Or
just
spirit.
the soul and spirit was pulled off. By the way,
Okay.
as you look back at the Kuatoa now,
Yeah.
the one that was closest to the river is just a skeleton.
Oh, wow.
Okay. So
That
it does
happened
take the
fast.
flesh.
All right, so
And
that's a quick
the-
revive.
The other two that were further away are in various forms of decomposition right now.
Dang.
Roll. You asked the question. Roll investigation.
You're good at that. D4.
He doesn't have it.
17.
17.
No, we are not bonded.
as you look at the
I will
bodies,
reject a bond from her.
the liquid seemed to have been flowing southward. As it absorbs the soul and the flesh, the flow reverses northward.
Interesting.
All of it, or just that?
All of it.
I like that.
The whole flow.
Hmm.
And then when does it reset?
It hasn't reset yet.
Is anything in the flow fighting against that?
You gotta.
Or they all have, whatever it is, has
all
to go
moves
that way?
that way.
Okay.
Follow the river.
Yep. We got the.
So do we want
Do
to
you
go to
point
the
that out?
tower?
Oh, yeah.
We need
Look-
to fall that quick. You're right. That's weird.
We came here on the other side, and it was going this way. Then we murdered some things, and it's going back.
Oh, you think it's
from the
taking
tower?
it?
It's coming from the tower?
Away from.
As you move forward,
Or now it's heading towards the tower.
Yeah.
it is moving towards the tower, but you see that it kind of flows beyond the tower, and there is still mist as you, let's say you guys are here looking at the stone. You can all roll perception.
Crit fail.
Crit fail.
Oh, dang.
Fail.
Yeah, both of us.
21.
25.
10.
Good job,
Okay.
buddy.
Anthony, you're kind of locked in on this because of all these things like clicking and jiving, cacophony. That tower, you remember that tower, and that tower weirded you out. So you've just been focusing on it. And at the top of the tower,
Oh,
What?
holy
you,
cow.
just watching
Holder?
you,
That wasn't there.
it was. That's what you saw move, but
Okay.
you couldn't.
No, I meant when I created this.
Oh yeah.
Takes
It's
like
just
you made it
you
infinitely
see a
worse.
giant creature which looks to be almost like a hovering eye
Ooh, boy.
that is just staring at you. Except it's not hovering. It seems to have tentacles kind of coming out of where a mouth otherwise would be.
Don't like that.
And then it has a couple of eye stalks which come up and are kind of also just looking at you. The eye itself almost has like a cataract over it.
Oh no.
Um, okay, so from this is the miniature here.
Very cool.
Anthony, you are aware of what a beholder is. You also are aware of the history with the Kuatoa. You also are aware of what a mind flayer is. This is a beholder which has been overtaken by a mind flayer. It's called a mind witness.
Oh my
And
god.
with your 25,
We don't want to fight that.
with a 25, you are able to roll a history check on how this operates and what it does.
Oh. 21.
Okay, these converted beholders lose their own kind of volition as they are absorbed into the collective consciousness of the Illithid colony. And they typically act as almost communication relays
Interesting.
for the psionics. And they also act as almost like a extension of the colony's ability
It's a
to
mesh
to
network.
control. It is a mesh network.
They're bored.
They're Borg. They are able to defend themselves. You rolled a 21.
Yes.
They're able to defend themselves, but they are themselves controlled.
Right.
And it just is watching you intently. The eye stalks are kind of poised, and the tentacles from where its mouth was, which by the way, when it's converted, it grows the tentacles.
Right.
And it is meant to communicate. When it attacks, what you know, roll of history on Illithid. This is on Illithid specifically.
Ew. 16.
Use an advantage.
The Illithid are all about brains. You remember that.
Mhm.
And so they don't necessarily want to hurt or harm the brains, but they want to use that as sustenance. I think that's enough for a 16. So
We have to give ourselves CTE. We'll be good.
How high up is the tower?
it's about 30 feet up.
Yeah, it's 3 stories.
So, hear me out. I probably couldn't do this, but use the tear to like water whip this soul-eating river to the beholder and suck its soul out.
That would be sick if that works.
That's-
Please try immediately.
That's awesome.
That would be so good.
I don't think I could do it, but
You could suck in the whole board.
we could
High
just
ship.
leave.
Yes. Someone already knows we're here.
I love your enthusiasm. I do.
Okay.
Because you're
hold
more,
up. Water tornado.
Again, I love your enthusiasm, but you're more mature now. You're 17.
You
I'm
mean
actually
kind of
17.
like a Sharknado?
That's exactly right. Only with souls. It's a soul-nado.
Wow.
I think
That'd
we
kill
should
a
just
lot of things.
Sneak past
Kind
it.
of like you did to Six and Sheriff.
There it is. Does Celine know anything about
Does anybody know the spell silence?
Actually, yes.
Does Celine know anything about the Illithid parasites from her healer background? Would I have ever heard of that kind of affliction? It's fine if
No,
not, I just don't
because
know.
anyone who you're aware of Illithid and mind flayers, as they're kind of called in the common vernacular, as a threat to civilization generally, and they're interplanar travelers. And anytime there was any hint of mind flayers or Illithid in the city of Brass, they were immediately and without mercy, they were just eradicated.
They did one thing, right? Okay, cool beans.
So, I think the jig is up. It already watched us.
Mhm.
we could kill it, but they already know.
Okay.
I think I love your idea though. That's up there with releasing a shackle on a god.
I have deep
What are we
speech as a
doing?
language.
You do?
I mean, it's on my sheet.
I do too.
Okay, you do. You do?
Yeah.
So do I.
Interesting.
I chose celestial and deep speech.
We've had underdark experiences with saving those.
Samesies.
You have deep speech?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
The
I
normal
also
people
have
don't.
celestial.
We
Yeah,
don't.
me too.
I think everyone has
I don't.
celestial.
Yeah, we all speak
I do not.
celestial. You all speak
Draconic,
my
Sylvan,
language.
I don't.
But deep speech. It was
I have
part of my
abyssal.
story. It was to help my brain. I think
So
that
there's that.
I'm gonna make this up right
Oh,
now.
'cause I'm
We
drowned.
I joined a force of
They just
disconnected Illithids that were on their own monkish journey, and they taught me lots of things. And so they taught me their language.
That's fun.
You also learned a great recipe.
Did they ever
for
try to
monkey
eat your
brain
brain?
They tasted it. You know, just a snack.
They realized it didn't taste
Lobotomy.
good.
soup? You just got parsed.
Yeah, you should see him at his full strength.
That's right.
This is you dazed.
All right,
The
that's
whole
fine.
campaign you've
So
just been stupid.
you guys, like half of the party knows deep speech for some reason, which is kind of like a deep, resonant, almost like a
We all start humming at the same time. We're like, oh, oh, oh. oh.
Beta Kappa 5!
and you can speak deep speech with it, which is
I don't think we want to talk to this though.
almost a resonant tonal language, mixed with like a. I mean, if you're a fluent native speaker, there's also a psychic component to it.
I was gonna say, it's not really a language. It's like a plugging in a direct connection. That's sort of what
Yes.
deep
So,
speech is.
those who don't have a psychic ability, it's more through the tones of the resonance. As you all kind of like you sound like whales all of a sudden.
I pretend I have tentacles.
You gotta like put a bunch of marbles in your mouth. And
That's what my guys taught me. What do you get?
Those were tentacles.
oh.
Oh, that's why they were putting them there.
What are we doing?
Is he
Are-
following it like as we go?
Does
Yeah,
it respond
he's just
back?
watching you guys.
Does it respond when we start saying things?
What if we wave?
What
Wait, are you actually
saying
talking
to it?
to
What
it?
are we saying?
Actually, first thing first, we could talk to it. Should we?
I don't know.
No? You don't? You're not curious what it's doing here and why it didn't shoot at us?
Oh, we could ask. I don't mind.
You do it.
How far away is
Ooh,
it?
Fancy seeing you here. Nice day, isn't it?
If I speak
Where
to
are
him,
the morning
to ya.
if I speak to him
Just
as
passing
an
through.
oath of the Watcher,
Dan from Economy?
I may end up attacking him. So maybe someone else should do it.
Okay, Anthony.
Take it.
That always turns out well. Let's do it.
Make your deal. Come on.
So
Alright.
you do your best Dory impression,
I say-
impersonating a whale.
I say.
It responds back to you.
It does.
It does.
What
In
did he
a.
I have
it's-
no
He
idea.
knows what I said.
It's almost like throat singing. Like that deep throat.
Mongolian.
Yeah.
I actually just say a greeting. It's a greeting.
Yes. And it comes back to you. Which
That-
is just one word.
That was not a greeting.
Oh,
Ugly
boy.
language.
It is just one word. It is very deep and onerous. Hungry.
We should move. We should move. We should move now. Now!
All right, I say.
He saw a feast that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. What? For what?
It responds
I say for
back.
what?
It responds back to you. More than just the owlbear. Since you offered him up as a snack.
Obviously.
Of
Yes.
course.
I ask him if he likes constructs.
He responds back. Brains.
No constructs.
Do we get the idea that this
So I'm
thing,
good then? All
are,
right,
you-
I'll lead the way.
Do we get the idea that this thing's talking or the thing that's controlling it is talking?
No idea.
Okay.
I am building a bond with it. No. just kidding.
As you get close to the water's edge, the wisps do kind of trying to go out to you.
Get out of here!
It's like remember in
Hercules?
Return of the King, where
Oh.
it's like
Hercules. Yeah, like
blowing
yeah,
away
yeah,
the
yeah,
in the path of
Hercules
the
too,
dead.
that's a good one.
Yep.
Gimli. Yeah,
I use first level fan hands.
exactly.
I get a couple more words out, like where do you want the brains? Where shall I take these brains? And I point out.
Proceed.
Oh,
right.
oh, we're on the plate already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're playing with their food.
Water
And we can't leave.
tornado?
So let's just keep going. It's
Let's-
inevitable, right? We
yeah.
gotta take out whoever's eating
Let's
brains.
let's keep that in the back pocket, maybe for something a little bit more reachable.
Okay.
Oh, I wonder if we find some room just filled with brains being
Ooh.
kept alive.
That's disgusting.
That'd be awesome.
Like a brain farm?
So keep going?
Yeah,
We're gonna
like, a
keep
matrix,
going.
like the Matrix.
You
tower.
proceed,
We're following the water.
and the mind witness just
Oh, pivots. Okay.
follows you.
Oh.
As you
don't like
As
that.
you get to the kind of maybe another 30 feet, the pathway continues up, but there's this kind of broken wall that led into the tower. It looks like the tower was actually kind of the corner of a larger structure, very old and ancient, which has since been destroyed. Through this, though, you see that the water, quote unquote, proceeds and comes to a waterfall, which is what the heavier rushing sound. Although, as you all move forward and approach, it is now oddly, rather than going with gravity, it is going against gravity, going upward. As you move forward,
Shoot.
The
I remember
blue-
this.
Whoa.
you emerge over
brain.
here.
That looks cool though.
You emerge over here, and you see the waterfall.
Except they're going up it.
Yeah.
And you all kind of are emerging down here.
Have you seen this before?
I,
Cook
if
off.
Jake did, I don't remember.
Talk off me. Have you
Did
seen
we?
this
I
before?
think so.
Maybe I wasn't there for that episode.
I remember I think it's
You are currently on the lower level. There is a stair that you can plainly see that leads up around to the side of a pool with a old broken tree which seems to be growing up through the center, that is currently filled with this liquid. And there is also a pathway on the other side, which, should you ever go to the other side, you could have gotten up that way as well. But this is essentially a 20-foot little cliff face here, directly in front of you, that the stream is currently going up, but was previously coming down. Okay? And you can't really see, though, well, it's off the screen, so you can't see beyond that because you're not at the same height, the same level. You look back towards the tower, and the Mind Witness is continuing to look at you, although as you move forward, it disappears behind the mist. As you move forward, you are at the base of the stairs and the base of this cliff. What do you do?
Climb the stairs? Check for traps, climb the stairs?
Yeah, check for traps.
I'll take a look and see if there are any other bodies about. Like old skeletons or bodies.
As you look around, I will freely share that you do see decapitated warforged parts and skeletons that were not moved towards the stream. They're just strewn about at the base of the stairs. And as you can't really see through the mist, which is particularly heavy at the base of the waterfall, where it's just kind of, well, currently going upwards.
That's a weird image.
And as you get here and are kind of taking everything in, the flow of the water returns, going southward once more.
So
Now,
the way
could
it
we
should be.
could we
Yes.
observe like the spirit or the soul of the things that we killed kind of being ferried along in it?
It kind of absorbed in
Okay.
with the mishmash of all the other mist, so to speak.
Okay.
You do. I mean, you rolled high enough. One, the flesh was peeled off. There was a different color to it. That was and that specifically is what was carried up. Okay, one more roll to see as you watch this process. You missed it definitely in the first Kuatoa, but the other ones that were closer, Anthony, you can roll since you were looking for that. A perception.
Nice.
Beauteous. I forget what I have though.
Pretty good.
Hey, 27.
So the soul was sucked out first, and then the flesh was almost liquefied, except for
The brain.
which was carried intact up through the liquid, up through the water,
Into this pool.
Dude, they've got
up
freaking
the
sushi train
waterfall,
of
and then disappearing into the pool
brains.
above.
Sushi conveyor belt of brains.
Where does this go? Don't
Brain.
you know where this goes? You're one with the Raven Queen, right? This is what she deals with. Well, we gotta go
I
up there, I guess.
Maybe
At-
it's not a bad idea to stop the flow.
And then leave.
Oh, you want to dam it up?
It's an interesting thought.
Does
That
your
is
lady
not
have
a
any
terrible
wisdom for
idea.
I was just thinking with the tear, just freeze some water.
Well, I think
You're
I
like,
have
why
to
would I
touch
ask? My
it.
God, just put a tree in there.
Huh.
That's funny.
Do I
I
have to
thought so. Do
touch
you not have the? This is Carissa speaking. I don't remember. Do you not have the commune spell anymore?
Who?
Cacophony. Didn't she have something that let her talk to gods
I do.
or her god?
No.
Or was that Anthony? That was you. Okay. Because I remember we did that before once. I couldn't remember.
No, I was
They're
talking
all
with her
mean
as
to
my
me,
patron.
so I don't call them anymore.
Not
Or try to freeze the water.
I mean, there was some respect issues at work, but
Prove it.
so what conversation are you having in character?
I could definitely try to freeze it if you want me to. I could do a 5-foot cube.
That may not-
Or I could just try to, like, separate the water and see what happens. Like, almost like a bridge across
I feel like
of
We
land
should-
just to see what happens. You know, in case we get immediately attacked or killed, I could just put it right back. mist starts crawling out and dead people start attacking us.
I feel like we should be cautious about this until we know more or absolutely need to. We have no
We
idea
also
how that
do
would
know-
interact with the tier.
I don't even know if I could control it.
We also do know that the stream fights against physical barriers like gravity, so it may not do us any good to obstruct it. If you can just bypass it by floating.
It is true. It went up a waterfall.
It does seem to be carrying.
I am kind of interested
Stuff,
in seeing if I
though.
could make a water tornado, though. I think they're called cyclones.
Not to mention, if you
Now
lost
that I think
control of
about
that
it.
and we all got swept up in it,
That's true.
I think we hold off on that until it feels absolutely critical.
Okay. So check for traps. Climb the stairs.
Yeah, maybe like different entrances in or something. I
Are the
don't know.
are the tree pieces moving around, or are they like planted and?
They seem to just be extending upwards. There is a slight waft to them.
They're not like spinning with the motion of the
They're
water
not
or
spinning. They're extending out of the water.
Does the tree look special in any way?
It looks like it used to be a very large tree,
You got me nostalgic now, and I'm thinking of the ancient oak.
but it's hard to tell. Are these just branches? Is this a shattered trunk? Is this roots
Mud
that
flood.
maybe you're in Tartaria?
It's in the Hollow Earth. Don't worry.
Is there a secret cave behind the waterfall?
Do you want to go and investigate?
I don't.
I don't like that he's smiling
I don't
so
want to
much.
go on the soul water.
Okay.
I'll guidance him.
That's for sure.
Just guidance in and say, go over there.
Guidance is just a push.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
To
need
be
go
clear,
that way.
this all here is like
Stairs, right?
this is like grassy. This is where the water is. I know it's kind of hard to see on the screen, but this is where the water is, kind of at the second basin, the
Yeah, I'll move
secondary
up and
basin.
look.
So you move up to about here.
Yeah.
Can I? Oh, sorry.
Roll perception.
Perceive it.
You can D4
I forgot what I have again.
if you need it.
15 plus a d4. Hey, 19.
There is no secret passage behind it. It is just a
We're out of options.
It is a flow of this weird liquid, which seems to be multi-directional in its flow.
What if I touch it?
Don't do that.
Have we done this yet?
No.
Well, we saw what it did
So-
You! Stick your
Skeleton
bone
hand.
hand in the water and see what happens.
Don't stick your bone.
Immediately,
I
I'm not
am
asking,
doing
do it.
Uh,
You could probably like grab souls and memories right through your hand in this stuff. It doesn't take bone, remember? The bones are left behind.
It did reach out.
I
from
am
It's
not
the
soul there.
solution to this whole problem. All right, I just kind of wanted to see you get absorbed into it.
What alignment are you?
Ray
For
would
science.
like to try to
Pure
do
chaos.
is how long the brain was going up the river and how fast
Through the
the
woods.
river
That
was
wasn't Anthony, it
is
was me.
flowing, like how many knots, and then try to see where that endpoint is, like how long that
Going from
endpoint
knot
is.
to
I mean, you are
I'm
aligned
well known with
the
water.
sea, so
Yeah.
I'll allow a survival.
It's a simple math problem that Molly can't do.
For a 17-year-old, it's no problem.
I'll allow a survival of that.
We've actually been homeschooling her on the road.
Oh gosh, she is failing.
Is she
21.
21.
Is she still bonded?
I mean,
How much
We've
further
only-
you
our
think it,
endpoint
you
might
only
think
be?
it
done
may have
game class,
taken about 5 minutes,
We're
that
going
process, as you guys were investigating, talking, looking, walking, saw the mind witness, had an interaction,
Okay.
and then recognized the reverse flow. So it wasn't like it sucked it in with immediate speed. Moved it along,
Yeah.
and then
I just want to see how far away that endpoint might be.
Alright.
If it's 5 minutes, then.
I'm gonna walk up the crest of the hill on
Okay.
the steps.
you are proceeding with stealth.
Great caution.
Okay, roll stealth check. There is a break in the stairs on this side that will have to be leapt over. Just FYI.
Okay, stealth 32,
You're very sneaky.
and you need me to leap.
I
Are
do
you
need you to
checking for
leap.
traps?
A lord of leaping.
What are these pluses
I'm
you
gonna
guys
move
have?
this.
Is
My
that an
God.
acrobatics?
It is
We
acrobatics.
have
23.
Okay, so as you move here, you come up, you leap over, and you proceed. Now you see very clearly this pool of water as you stealthily crest. There is a cave at the back end of it, which...
Psst, a cave?
There's a cave.
I thought it would be behind the waterfall.
It's good thought.
You see it there.
Oh,
You
no.
also see,
We gotta
here's
go
the
in
cave
there.
at the north side.
Does it look like the water continues into the cave?
Yes and no. The cave is collapsed.
Oh.
That's yep.
And
correct.
while the water does seem to trickle into it, the flow doesn't, it seems to be stopped.
Are there a pile of brains?
Well, roll your perception
All
That would be
for Hashin, because
of
he's at the
course,
top
he's the only one there.
perceiving all of this.
crit.
Oh my goodness.
Dang, guys!
I think we need to clear these rocks away.
I'm in my favored territory.
Let
Okay,
them lift its
couple
feet.
things you perceive. First, you see Winky kind of standing behind Anthony with his hands extended, but like holding himself back.
What did I do?
He really hates you.
It's the best.
So he just kind of stands there and watches.
Mhm.
And
I'm gonna dimension door him into death.
you see
We don't have to imagine. It's happening.
would you roll a crit?
Crit. 26 total.
I mean, this whole area is kind of flat. You're at in this upper basin, and there are these trees that are protruding out. At the center, rather than it getting like deeper in hue, the liquid being deeper, it actually gets lighter. And you see something in the water that is almost in a bubble. And there is a swirl to the water moving counterclockwise.
Swirling inward
It's just, swirling inward.
towards the being in the bubble.
Yep.
Toilet.
And in your mind, you hear the following.
Oh boy.
Why are you here?
Is this in deep speech?
It is in deep speech,
It's a good question.
except it's psychically expressed. So it's actually to you more sounds like common.
Do I have to respond verbally in deep speech?
You don't know. It's being communicated psychically. So
Okay.
it's in you hear it in your head. It's not verbal through your ears.
Okay.
No one else hears anything.
Right. Well, so what I'm trying to decide, if I know it's deep speech in my mind, I do have the ability to respond to it with deep speech through ohms, which would let people know that I'm talking while still responding.
That is correct. So you can choose to respond through deep speech or regular common. It spoke to you in common.
But I know it's deep speech in my mind.
No, it sounds like common in your mind.
Okay, so I would then I
What
would,
you heard deep speech was the mind witness with Anthony.
Right. Okay. I'm trying
So
to
this is a psychic
I get it.
conversation.
I'm trying to game this and relay information while still talking. But so then I would respond
You could still respond verbally if you
I'm
want.
going to respond verbally with common.
Yep, in
um,
common.
Why are we here?
So you
I don't know. We're looking for someone, but here
It's my
in
poor little
particular, I
poopsie.
don't know why we're here.
Who are you searching for?
Oh, that's a good question.
It's the worst one to ask. You genuinely don't know.
Oh, she's it's a female. I believe she's like blonde-haired or something. Her name is Zabilna. Maybe.
You're right.
Or maybe not. Does that ring a bell?
Roll deception, because you're telling the truth, but you're trying to be deceptive with it.
30.
Dang, dude.
stealthily.
I'll take you to her right now.
As soon as we hear him talking, can we start making our way upstairs too?
Yes, I was just gonna say.
Yeah.
Does anyone want to move?
I would move as soon as I heard him. I would start running up the stairs.
go.
Okay, you're not proceeding stealthily, I imagine. You're just moving at this point because he's speaking out
Yeah.
loud.
I'm assuming we think there's someone up
Yeah,
there.
Yeah.
you
actually
don't.
talking
You
to, we
don't need
realize.
to. I'm not gonna make you roll acrobatics because you're not trying to go stealthily, so you can just kind of
Hop
run
it.
and jump.
Winky will go in the back.
Okay.
Guard the
Tell
rear.
me if this is the order that you want to be in.
I'm staying at the bottom of the stairs.
Whatever the
With
order
the
is,
Winkelstein.
Manny's in
Winky
the middle
stays
of all
with
of us.
you. Wherever you are, he stays.
He's your
Manny,
shadow.
Manny would like to be in the middle.
I was just trying to get away from it.
I'll be next to as close to Hasheen as I can get them.
So I would say I don't quite remember the name. I'd also let him know, like, I'm here with my party, so he's not alarmed.
I know
Oh,
who is here.
okay.
I don't know why you are here.
I think I told you.
Now I know why.
Does this person ring a bell at all? Why are you here? And I don't mean that incredulously. Like, I'm genuinely confused.
I was placed here.
By who? Is this like, were you kicked out of the hive or sorry, that's presumptuous of me. Were you kicked out? Or did you?
There's
want
like
to
a psychic like blast of like. I need you to roll a. I think it's intelligence check.
Check or save?
Save. So
Yes, plus 10.
he gets plus 10 because you moved up
Plus 5, sorry.
5 plus 5.
25.
That'd be real aggressive.
25.
25. You
Plus 20.
are not thrown off your feet.
Whoa.
This was meant as a warning.
Yeah.
It's like, hold your presumptuous tongue.
Done. Sorry.
I ascended above my brothers. I ascended above my brothers.
Okay.
I would like it if he also repeated it in common, just like
Here's a lozenge. You ascended above your brothers.
I am creating my own colony.
Oh. That is very ambitious of you. And entrepreneurial, if you will. I appreciate it.
And I am using the minds of interlopers
Okay.
to build it. As he says that, from out of the water,
Holy smokes!
Out of here.
No, we leave.
We didn't
Dimension,
see
gate,
that.
anything.
Oh my goodness.
What?
It's a purple worm.
We can't fight this.
Holy ew! It's got freaking worm lips. Ew!
That's the largest.
out of the
worm I've ever
counterclockwise
seen.
swirling water,
It's disgusting.
emerges the front of Antony, what you see even from below, a neothelid.
Oh.
Which is, with your 30 plus roll, an aberration to most Illithid colonies. The way that they grow is when tadpoles are not able to implant in hosts, they begin consuming each other. So essentially, it typically happens when a colony is attacked and the elder
Wiped out.
brain is killed. All of the little tadpoles that were swirling around in the basin, the elder brain kind of holding cell, begin to consume each other. The last one out of the thousands that are there that survives, that consumes remaining, grows and turns into a neothelid. And they are
Massive.
they are kind of
That's horrifying.
primal, chaotic, bestial creatures that don't really understand why they have these psychic powers. They can be controlled and corralled, but it requires significant effort to do that. And most Mind Flayer colonies, when they become aware of one, will just go to try to wipe it out. But there's one that emerges out of the water. Doesn't attack you. It just kind of shows
Yeah, we're
its
still
form and
talking.
force.
Oh!
Is that what's talking to him?
Okay.
Can't kill it.
You like my pet?
Oh, shit.
Yeah, yeah.
What's its name?
Charles.
Yes.
Just wanted to see how creative you are.
Does not respond.
Okay, fair. Yeah. Wow. I'd be on. Is that the deep pool? Because I don't see how that's fitting there.
So, the mini, of course, is showing its entire body.
That thing is so
It is
Just the head.
So imagine just
Yeah.
this portion
Oh my
sticking out of the water. The rest of it is still submerged. Now that you're focusing on the pool, roll a perception check. And Celine, you can too because you stepped up next to him.
Do I get the +5 to this?
No, this is an ability check.
Perception? 21.
21.
I was
As he-
facing the wrong way.
What'd you get?
I was facing the wrong way. I
Okay.
rolled a 2 on the
As he
die.
emerges, the water kind of
actually don't see
swirls and sloughs and moves around, almost like, in a, let's say, a hot tub when someone does a cannonball in it, and it
Yeah.
moves around, everything's displaced.
Kids in a
In a,
bathtub.
for a split second, you see kind of in the center a giant mind flare. So you are aware from your time in the city of Brass that most mind flayers are just converted humanoids.
Yeah.
However, some of them can be exceptional.
Yep.
And roll a history check on if you know the specificity of this to be able to relay. Anthony would, but
I'm going to roll with advantage.
He's emboldened and bonded, right?
he
Let's
is.
say- Okay.
I would say that that's just about to run out.
I'm
In
Actually,
fact,
he
after this
wasn't.
roll, it's
Okay,
gone.
fine, fair enough.
He wasn't. It was cacophony.
Oh, yeah,
but-
you're
It's
not.
okay. Crit.
Nice.
What?
I don't,
Holy
Jake!
I don't know. I'm on fucking fire. I don't know.
Give us his hat. Let Jake just one man him.
Jake,
know,
persuade it to go away while you're
So-
still critting.
Try.
So most mind flayers are referred to as illithids. This is referred to as an Illitharid, which is essentially
French.
it is essentially an
Oui, oui.
elder. It is an elder brain in waiting.
Yeah.
And so what these creatures are like Illithid on steroids, and then when they're ready, they actually sacrifice their own body and flesh to turn into an elder brain, which will control a colony.
Colony, which he's been building. Okay.
And so he is at the center.
Like this thing's kind of wrapped around him.
Yes.
Protectively.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Additionally, around his neck
Mm.
gleams a shining stained glass
Uh-huh.
piece.
Freaking.
And that's where we're going to pick up our episode next week.
Shining stained glass piece. What do we need that for?
To get to the next place.
Oh, it's our new portal?
Yeah.
Yay!
So we gotta fight this thing?
No,
No,
we
we
don't have to
We don't
fight
have to
this
fight
thing.
it.
We hope.
We just need Jake to convince it.
So whose
Give
brain
us
do we
this
give him for the piece?
Why don't we tell him we'll give him the Warforged brain?
We just met this guy.
Not remember, all of the shards look like something extremely dear to the thing. that
It's probably
holds
the colony.
It's like a brain. It's just another brain.
the-
It's like, this is my emotional support brain.
All right. Well, we really hope that you enjoyed this session of a kind of a lead up to an encounter next week.
I don't want to.
And we will see how the party deals with this.
Not well.
With compassion and
I won't
mercy.
be here next Tuesday.
Yeah, can I redeem this thing?
Well, then you and I are going to have a conversation about what you want to say to this thing,
Okay.
or what anyone else wants to say to it. As you all now can see it, you see the Neothelid. Only Hasheen has seen the Illitharid. And obviously I didn't give you any time to communicate to the
Don't
rest of
hold it
your
in, bro.
party.
Let it out.
But we'll play that out next week. Meanwhile, Anthony, the Mind Witness, continues to watch you. So
He wants my brain.
He's here.
It's.
So it followed us?
I mean,
It wasn't
I
that
feel
far
like
away.
we would've-
We're not that far away
It's
from where he
making
was.
a colony of aberrations.
so.
Oh my gosh.
You
this
all
is
can
terrifying.
have your
It seems
planning
like it,
time.
right?
We appreciate you being here. Thank
That's
you so
gross.
much for the cheers and for the new follows.
Oh, that's what the
And for the subscriptions. We really appreciate you. You're an amazing community, and we hope that you pick things up with us here next Tuesday night, starting at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, when we will continue to loot, die, and repeat. Have a great night, everyone. Cheers.
Bye.